Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Can y'all hear me? Am I visible on the screen? Let me get to the stage. Can y'all hear me? Why am I not visible? I'm up here. Why you can't see me? Can y'all hear me at least? Can y'all hear me at least? Why you can't see me? Yes, you can hear me. We'll figure that out. But y'all saw the thumbnail before I were here. I'm gonna play y'all some music.
Hit the button. Hit the button, show. Hit the button, yo. Chasing pseudo, yo. There they go. We killing pseudo, though. Hit the button, show. Where them niggas go? They running, yo. It's the hit the button show. Where the pseudo go? They running, yo. Just hit the button, yo. Where the pseudos go? They thought the killers putting on a show, though. That's how it goes. It about what you know, and that'll show. But where they go? Pseudos running, yo. Pseudo killers in this bitch.
Yeah. I think I got the overlay on. Yeah, that's what's up. I got the overlay on. Let's play that one more time. I just love that track. There we go.
Hit the button. Hit the button, show. Hit the button, yo. Chasing pseudo, yo. There they go. We killing pseudo, though. Hit the button, show. Where them niggas go? They running, yo. It's the hit the button show. Where the pseudo go? They running, yo. Just hit the button, yo. Where the pseudos go? They thought the killers putting on a show, though. That's how it goes. It about what you know, and that'll show. But where they go? Pseudos running, yo. Pseudo killers in this bitch.
Good night and welcome to Hit the Button Show. You see the pseudo killer X. You see the spot on the head. Tonight is ANONE's turn. Since you want my attention, since you're clout chasing, I'm going to give you some attention. There's a reason why I move and operate the way I do in these YouTube streets. I'm very observant of the individuals, their intentions, their behavior, their motivations, and I choose and select where I pay my attention, where I lend my support very selectively. Right? Shout out to Saad Netta. Right? You gotta appreciate the HOK and the way he does things. Right? And love it or hate it, he is a master at what he does. That game that he plays and putting people up against each other, he's the best at it. But his intentions are clear. He is doing this for the debates, to promote the debates, to create that tension. It's clear what Saneta's doing, right? Saneta respects the pseudo killers. He respects what we bring to this community. And that's why sometimes he goes out of his way, calls us up to cap that engagement. Shout out to Sa. ANONE. ANONE is not new to this YouTube streets. ANONE is very specific to his debate thingy. I know ANONE from when I used to debate over on Paradigm Shift. Shout out to Paradigm Shift and the debate league over there. ANONE was one of the debaters. ANONE lost a couple of debates because of ANONE's unprofessionalism, immaturity, and arrogance. ANONE loses a couple of debates. ANONE gets upset, takes his ball, and he's going to do his own thing. Now, ANONE reproduces one for one, literally reproduces the same format that is done on Paradigm Shift. Already, it says to me your lack of creativity, your immaturity, and your rather effeminate behavior. That says it up the rip for me. Let alone the fact that this dude thinks he can astral project. I don't know if he still holds that position, but this was one of his positions at the time, right? So Anon leaves. Anon goes and he starts his own debate thingy over there. And as soon as he goes, he links me on Facebook and starts to invite me to over to his debate platform. Now, I'm telling you all this backstory because these are the things I don't talk about because I'm not interested in this stuff in the community. But I'm painting a picture for you to clearly see the individual that we're dealing with and why I choose to not engage, stay away from, and not waste my time with these individuals. Hannah starts his debate league, starts to invite me over. I do not respond. You can go to my Facebook messenger. I do not respond. Wants to work together, blah, blah, blah. I do not respond. I retire from debating. Shout out to Kent and the God Killer. They understand and see what I want to do. So they create an environment where I can have set talks, where I can put my presentations together, sometimes too long, and just do what I do, bring information, right? Our objective as pseudo killers is to promote and teach scientific literacy. Debating here and there are aspects of conversations that are necessary to have. It is not the foundation of what we do, or particularly I do as a pseudo killer. I entertained the debate environment for 2 years. I had fun doing it. At the same time, it takes away from your ability to have just a normal conversation. Every time everyone thinks it's a debate, it's a battle, it's a fight. And that is not always the objective. Not everything is open and up for a debate. Sometimes things are just about a regular conversation. Let me shout out to everyone in the chat. I see Posterior Thought there. I see Sabio there. Thank y'all for being here. Um, Ms. Valicia, the pseudo killers would not be what they are without you, right? Pseudo killers is a family, and Mama V, you are the heart of what we do. I appreciate you so much. You have no idea. Sunchild in the building, and the God Killer is here. All right, so let me continue on my diatribe. So he leaves, goes and does his own debate thing. And so I'm done with debating. I'm done with debating. I appreciate the fact that this environment can be created so I can do what I want to do. I want to bring out this information. And you see how the second half of the show is. We have dialogue about the subject. It's not always about a win or a lose, it's about the art of dialogue, right? But I'm very selective because there's a certain energy and a certain environment I simply want to stay away from, right? That consistent contention is not always my thing. Some things are just not the debate. Some things we need to discuss, unravel, go into, dig out, flesh out. Man, shout out to the Discord. That's what we do in the Discord, right? But it's not always a debate there, a debate there, a debate there. Fine. So I'm very selective where I choose to be. Um, I've supported Titans Debate League by showing up in the chat, especially when a pseudo killer is on the platform. but I selectively choose not to particularly engage because I do not want a particular energy or to be attached to a certain vibe. God Killer is supporting the it's supporting Anon, trying to help his channel grow because that's what we do. If the pseudo killers community of skeptics as an organization is supporting you, I will then lend my support very selectively, but I'll lend my support. I will never say nothing against or talk bad about because that's not what I do. Wake up one morning recently, God Killer's on. I see the God Killer. I jump up on the community of skeptics. There's a dual presentation, and Holy Owl is there. He was on our broadcast the night before. We were having a little philosophical discussion because, of course, we are discussing a philosophy of mind. He is there and he does his presentation on what he thinks quantum onlyism is or what it is, his philosophical position. I'm gonna play the video. I listen to him. I'm grounded in philosophy. So I classify what his philosophy is. I even allow him to have it. I simply decided there is nothing to debate. There is no debate there. Your position is unfalsifiable. You're redefining terms. You're playing in your own sandbox. And you are going to hear his fundamental flawed reasoning. So I choose there is no debate there. And I told him, you can have your philosophy. I believe I can fly. It's okay, but there's no debate there. Because I've decided there was no debate, Anon loses his mind. First produces one video with Sabio and I, and we're found guilty and this and that. I pay it no attention. He gets substantial views on that video, although he needed to work extra hard to produce the views. I pay it no mind. And then he comes again with the memes and the thumbnails, and completely ungrounded. So now we are going to demonstrate the stupidity, the irrationality, the immaturity, and quite frankly, some of the mental health issues that these dudes face and why I choose to not engage with them. Because I simply decided there is no debate. I choose not to engage. I clearly indicate panpsychism, idealism, and vitalism. They are a complete misunderstanding of science, what methodological naturalism is, how his metaphysical position automatically eliminates me from a perspective debate candidate. I am a naturalist. I'm rooted in natural philosophy. I examine and conduct myself by means of methodological naturalism. I'm an empiricist. I'm a physicalist. I'm all those is that deals with empiricism. From the moment you assert metaphysics in your rhetoric, there is nothing for us to debate. Methodological naturalism is explicit when it comes to metaphysical assertions. That's clear. Anon, for some delusional reason, consistently needs to illustrate that he's a businessman and all of this nonsense, is now upset to his core retroactively because he agreed with me when I told him my philosophical position. He wants to argue with Sabio and does all the non sequitur, all that stuff. I'm not interested in all that bantering back and forth. You put my name in the title consecutively to get my attention. And then when I illustrate the fact that you probably need me, you want to lose your mind and talk about being disrespected. Yet you have two videos completely disrespectful, lying, ignorant, stupid, completely completely non sequitur rhetoric, illustrating your stupidity and the reason I choose not to engage. I'm going to leave the cosmos bit for a little bit later. Deal with it one by one. So first, we are going to examine quantum onlyism. We're going to see what happened that day. My position. We are then going to analyze what quantum onlyism actually is. We're going to run it through Gemini. You're going to hear what it is in real time, how it matches up to my analysis just off of hearing his rhetoric. And subsequently, we are going to look at how stupid and retarded Anon actually is. Since you want the attention, my little effeminate, emotional little man, you are going to get the attention. It's going to be a one time. And you see, I do not need to put your name in the title. We use clout in the Caribbean to illustrate a slap that you give someone. Since you want to get a clout from me, here's your clout. Big open hand. Pow! I am not the one. Y'all guys, really, I do not illustrate how dumb, ignorant, and stupid you guys are on a daily basis. It's not my objective. You being as dumb as you are, it's on you. You think you're a psychologist because your dad is one. Bro, like from the moment you start to speak like that is indicative of your stupidity. But it's me you want to mess with. Why? I'm over in set talks doing my own thing in my own little world. My presentations don't talk about no one. I am about the information. I choose to be this arrogant prick that stays outside of y'all's small minded rhetoric. Yes, I do. Your debates are useless, pointless. The topics are non sequitur, has no relevance. $1,000, who cares? Do you? I am not interested. And I mean this fan type behavior is weird to me. As if there is a necessity that Cedric and the pseudo killers engage. The pseudo killer said. And this nonsense of trying to pit us against each other, bro, this is infantile. We sit back and laugh. Look, the divide and conquer tactic. Look, they're trying to. Like, it is silly at best. So, without too much further ado, and having had my say on Anon, the idiot, the infantile little child, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go through first what my position is based on the rhetoric that came out of the young man's mouth. Then we're going to hear Anon agreeing with me. Okay, Cedric, your position is fine. And then somehow getting a revelation that I somehow am obligated to engage with the rhetoric and the nonsense. All right, let me share my screen. All right, my screen is sharing. I'm gonna play this.
That's why y'all. That's why you.
No.
Yes, hold on. Wait. Listen.
No,
I have a philosophy.
I have a philosophy. We know. I guess we alluded to them. Idealism, psychism, and a couple more. However, that doesn't give you something we call demonstrative value. We have neuroscience, clinical psychology, and these are within the field branch of philosophy called philosophy of science, which produces methodological naturalism. What you have is a philosophical, metaphysical assertion, which you cannot ground in anything empirical. So you're going to just talk in a circle. I know that. Go ahead.
Absolutely not. I have a book called Divine Mechanics, which actually demonstrates it. See, that's where y'all.
So now he has a book called Divine Mechanics, which demonstrates. So you don't understand what empiricism means. You have a book with your philosophy in it. That doesn't mean you can demonstrate anything. Let's continue. Mind you, all right, hear him.
Fall short. That's why I tell you, This is where all of you guys gonna fall short because you never formed your own ideas. You're a natural methodologicalist because
So I'm a methodological naturalist. No, I am scientifically literate. Methodological naturalism is the philosophical grounding of empirical science. Empirical science is how we engage with our reality today. So he doesn't even understand these terms. Mind you, watch.
you've heard the idea and it sounds great to you. You've never even tried to put it up against anything to see if anything makes sense. And there's nothing wrong
Mind
with that.
you, I am a and I study bioanalytical chemistry. I am a technologist. I apply methodological naturalism from the time I was 19 years old. I am 53 years old today. It's been a way of life demonstrated and proven itself over and over. Yet, this is the rhetoric I have to deal with. Let's continue.
That's it. There's nothing wrong with that. What I'm telling you is that you put methodological naturalism up against quantum onlyism. Let's debate them to see.
Right there, there's no debate. Right there, the conversation is over. You have a philosophical idea that is grounded in panpsychism, idealism, and the likes. Yet you want to debate it against the philosophical grounding of science. What is the debate? What is the debate? There is no debate. This is only indicative of your ignorance to the subject matter. Mind you, and you keep all of this in mind as we continue, because you're going to see how ridiculous the nonsense is.
Which one is more viable? And you'll see the compilement of information I have and why I understand that your thoughts are good, like you go good, but you don't answer any questions.
We don't
The
answer
question,
any
not the
questions.
questions that
Science doesn't answer any questions according to him. Mind you, methodological naturalism is speaking against the foundation of science. He has a metaphysical assertion, speculative philosophy, which he wants to debate against methodological naturalism, as if his philosophy provides us with any tools. Y'all, stay with me now.
we're trying to answer. In fact, you fall short by trying to say that it's all just natural. You haven't put it together yet because you stopped because the person who you follow stopped. So if you want to debate naturalism, methodological naturalism, because I've ran it through Bayesian analysis plenty times.
He ran methodological naturalism to Bayesian analysis. Really, you ran the philosophical foundation of modern science through what and did what? Now I hear the flim flam. I hear the flim flam from the jump. Maybe I'm too ahead of the game. I really don't know, but I'm sure y'all in the chat are hearing the nonsense. There is no way that was a coherent statement. All right, we're going to continue.
Along with quantum onlyism, and I can prove through science that my metaphysical.
So now, let's bring it full circle. He wants to prove his, or listen to it.
My metaphysical framework is more viable than yours.
His metaphysical framework is.
So that was a demonstration in incoherence. Methodological naturalism is science. So you're going to use science to prove that methodological naturalism, which is science, is not valid and then you're going to use science to prove a metaphysical assertion.
I didn't say what.
When you really don't understand the nomenclature that is appropriate within the subject that you've already lost. So now methodological naturalism is science. You're going to use science to disprove methodological naturalism.
Nope.
You're going to use a framework which grounded in empiricism to prove your metaphysical assertion. You already lost.
No, you
There's
already
no point.
lost.
Like, what debate? There is no debate.
I know
Like,
you don't want to debate
you
because
just
like
lost.
you just lost because you don't even understand that naturalism.
You really don't have a clue of what you're saying.
Methodological naturalism uses science. It
No,
isn't science.
It is
uses
the
science.
framework of science.
No,
It
it
is the framework.
So he doesn't understand what methodological naturalism is. Have no idea. But he wants to debate. And he's going to use science to prove his metaphysical philosophy. Shout out to the bar. Yeah. Is it only me? Did anybody else hear that? He said he is going to use science to prove his metaphysical philosophy, which he is wanting to debate against methodological naturalism. Does that make any sense whatsoever? That's incoherent. These are
No,
words.
the framework.
Philosophy.
Yes, and that philosophy produces an empirical system.
So don't try. Well, stop. That don't say I lost. If you just
lost,
you want to debate.
You just lost.
You want to debate.
I just
proved to you that I didn't lost. You said that it was science. It was not science. It's the framework.
Philosophical framework. What is it? It excludes supernatural agents.
Y'all talking over each other. I'm trying to understand y'all, man.
So stop cutting me off, bro. Stop cutting me off.
You stop cutting me off.
Methodological naturalism.
You stop talking and then you let me go and then you keep trying to interrupt me when I'm trying to finish.
Go, bro. Go ahead. So I let you land your plane and then I prove how wrong you was. And now I'm demonstrating why there is no debate. You keep cutting me off. Again, you landed your plane. I was explaining.
I didn't land.
Go ahead.
You never heard me say landed. When I land, I'm gonna land on your. No, let me quit. I ain't gonna even
tighten up. Only tighten up. You ain't gotta cut him off.
I wasn't cutting him up. He ain't got to cut me off either. Listen.
Okay. Good point.
Said.
You got the.
I agree with you. That methodological naturalism produces scientific questions and science is used.
No, it doesn't produce. It is the framework in which science operates. It sets the rules, the boundaries, and the parameters. And that's why from the moment you say you have a metaphysical philosophy, it ends the debate. You are entitled to have whatever philosophy you want, but it is excluded from the conversation. There is no naturalism there. It is metaphysical. There is no debate.
Quantum onlyism does the same thing. I don't go against any modern physics or anything, and in fact, use modern physics with mine. So you don't have anything that I don't have. I show you where you fell short at. I never said that nothing was wrong with science. I said that your methodological naturalism as a philosophy, because that's what that is. You can't try to switch between them. When you try to switch between them, you're being disingenuous. I understand.
Between what? Like, y'all hear the rhetoric, bro? Like, I'm getting annoyed right now at this moment having to do this nonsense again. That's why I'm a blast A1 for being a jackass and the emotional, effeminate little clown that he actually is. This is the last time, because this rhetoric right here, again, the ignorance level that is on display. Like you literally have no clue what you're talking about. Pure nonsense. Pure stupidity. I'm sitting there and I'm like, bro, and I'm trying my best not to get to the point like this level of annoyance that I'm feeling right now. And I'm trying not to crash out on dude. Because, like, okay, what am I to do with this level of stupidity? Seriously. The borderline mental health issues, bro. ANONE, you said your father's a psych. I think you need to go spend some time on the couch. I know ethics is an issue, but since you're paying $1,000 to debate, then go get some free help from daddy.
Then you use science to validate and justify your view of methodological naturalism. You can't get that past me. So stop saying you
what? Methodological naturalism is a framework. Now, I got my whole SET Talk series breaking down what science is. There's a whole episode on methodological naturalism, how this provides a set of rules. These rules are under the umbrella of what they call methodological naturalism. There must be a there, falsification, verification, reproducibility, evidence-based. This is what methodological naturalism is. So you're telling me that you're going to argue that we don't need evidence in science? You're going to present me with a philosophical framework which is other than methodological naturalism. Methodological naturalism is the framework for science. You don't disagree with the framework for science. You don't disagree with science, but you want to debate my methodological naturalism. Cedric doesn't have a methodological naturalism. Methodological naturalism is a word, it's a definition used to describe a set of rules by which science is bound to. What about what this man is saying right now is coherent? What about what is being said right now requires my engagement? This is pure nonsense. Let's continue.
On something, and we have to debate it, because I use those same things. What you don't know is anything about I know everything about not just you, but methodological naturalism. So let's debate it.
No, you don't. Because if you do, you would understand.
I'm going to take my time
right over here
and illustrate how wrong you are. Methodological naturalism is not even a philosophical position. It comes out of natural philosophy. It is a branch of natural philosophy under empiricism. What is empiricism?
Did you hear what you just said?
Okay. Now,
let him
keep
finish.
letting me out. So methodological naturalism are the laws, the framework in which we investigate reality. It has certain frameworks. No metaphysical assertions. You're already out. No supernatural assertions. There must be. That's the framework. Now, this framework produces the scientific method. So when you have a particular proposition, whatever philosophical hypothesis you propose, what am I going to do? I am going to filter it through methodological naturalism. You propose a metaphysical aspect to your philosophy. That puts it outside of empiricism right there. You already lost. The rule of methodological naturalism says no metaphysical assertions. That's the framework. So now anything that you are going to apply, I'm going to take it and run it through that rubric. You, by your own assertion, by your own admission, You just said my metaphysical assertions or my metaphysical position within my one thingy, within that one thingy, puts it squarely in a philosophical framework. It puts it up there with panpsychism, with idealism, with those stuff. You excluded it from the framework of methodological naturalism by injecting metaphysical assertions within your proposed philosophical framework. You already lost the conversation. Now, because you are scientific illiterate, literally, by the things you're saying, you speak those words, but the way you put them together, I already know. Okay, good. Because you would have known the first thing is no metaphysical, no supernatural. So within the framework of science, the idea of speaking of a thing called God is moot. It is redundant. It is a backwards E on your calculator. Doesn't compute. Not interjectable. So by definition, the conversation is over. Why? I am philosophically grounded. So I look at you and go, okay, brother, by your own account, I'll listen to you and put you right there with panpsychism, put you right there with vitalism, put you right there with idealism. And we know how to categorize these things. You're going to give me a theorem, a mathematical theorem that's not grounded in anything empirical and say it's proven. Science deal with evidence. Don't care about your mathematical proof. Don't care how logical your syllogism is. What's the evidence? And can I make it falsifiable? Is it quantifiable? Hume said, if it is not measurable, testable, or experienceable, burn that book. Now you assume people over here aren't philosophically grounded. It is because I am philosophically grounded, like for real philosophically grounded, that the flim-flam doesn't work. And I land my plane.
All right.
What's up? What's up?
Y'all clearly heard what I said. Every time I talked about his philosophy, it is based on what he asserted. I'm listening to you describe your philosophy, and based on your own definition of your philosophy, I categorize it. I do not need to read the in-depth of your philosophy. I do not need to engage with your philosophy. There is none of those obligations there. I do not understand why or not, like Anon is assuming that I must engage, read his work, mind you, based on his own words. This is what I'm saying. I'm not making it up. I'm not pulling it from nowhere. Based on what you yourself is saying, young man, I do not need to engage. The words that are coming out of your mouth, I do not need to read nothing once I'm listening to what you are describing about your own work. The fact that I can classify it maybe was a surprise to you. Anon is completely delusional to think that I must read it to be able to put it in a category. When I turn the back of the book and it says dragons flying, I do not need to read the story to know that it is mythological, you idiot. And if I choose not to read a mythological book, you idiot, Anon Richardson, you idiot, you clout-looking fool, making an ass of yourself. You want the attention? You got it now, boy. You need me. I'm going to say it again. You got my name in your title. I'm going to clown you, and I refuse to put your name in the title. I'm going to still get more views than your video because people are sincerely interested in what the pseudo killers have to say, because what we produce is actual information. You see, I'm taking a sidestep to go down to your level and engage with the rhetoric of this sort. Yet, it's a clear opportunity to teach. That's why I'm responding, because it's illustrative of how ignorant this nonsense is and how stupid and clout seeking and retarded you are, an exercise in exposing stupidity. There's always a learning experience over here, you dummy. Y'all need to leave me alone, bro. I don't play nice. I'm not friendly. You talk about building your own stick. There is not a point in time that you are going to see your name in my title. There's not a point in time that you are going to see me looking for your engagement because you are an utter clown. You're a child. You pick up your ball, you run home. You are such a copycat. Now you are copying Chris's morning coffee. You add cup. You are pathetic at best. You silly little fairness. Bro, a fair as well, they sell pigs. Shout out to the God killer. I don't need to be fair, bro. I be analytical, be an adult, and when I choose to dismiss something, I dismiss it. I didn't even dismiss the man. I told him I believe I can fly. You have your philosophy, bro. I do not need to engage. And where do you get off as if you have some authority or some clout to determine that I must engage? And until I behave according to your stupid rhetoric, like you are so delusional, boy. You need my name in the title and then proceed to ask the 5-6 viewers that you got there to demand something from me because you are an idiot. Like y'all stupid. Why don't y'all leave me alone, bro? You are not now or ever going to be on my level. Stay out of my way, dummy. I will crush you. You're insignificant, irrelevant, and today we are going to see how dumb and emotional you are. You are seeking a clout in the Caribbean. A clout is a hard slap across the face. Pow! You want clout? Look one there. Stupidity. Let's move it a
What
little
it
along.
do, Savior? I'm
Now
needed
come
to
right
go to
above.
bed. You was busy since late. Understand the pseudoisms we're dealing with. First of all, if you have
Let's go a little bit more back.
Video that
So now
I started
is
8 months ago.
abstract is
That you need the pseudos. The pseudos are what make you the better man. Without them, they're, you know what I'm
the
saying?
pseudos make me a
Why
better
are
man.
you mad
Without
that you
them,
need to come on here and beat them up?
that's the that's a stupid rhetoric that comes out of your mouth. I do not need pseudos. I teach scientific literacy. I stand on my square and I simply teach scientific literacy. It was by coincidence that I'm in this environment having to have this discussion because, of course, I'm supporting the God killer. He's live, I'm jumping up on his platform. Coincidentally got in this environment. And I did what I was supposed to do, simply refused to engage because unfalsifiable. He's creating his own little sandbox. It is panpsychism and idealism revisited. It is a semantic game. It's ontological mismatch. There is nothing empirical there, nothing new. So this is why I choose to not engage. And that's my good right. You idiot. You think
Information isn't superior
at time. You see, you children think that everything is a debate, that everything requires my attention, or everything is open to discussion. No, not all things are. Nothing things aren't equally yoked. And you know, for you underachievers, nobodies, dropouts, you try so hard to live in this olden age where you get to make stuff up. Unfortunately, the barbershop boys realize that that's not the way to go. You are even less than the barbershop boys. You have a channel, you don't have the charisma, you don't have the ability to even be an actual host. Any and everybody can get up there and do whatever they want. Bro, we are not equally yoked. You have no standards. You have no quality control. You have no ethics. Everything about you is a fraud. And I choose not to engage. Let my disengagement or choose not to engage be enough. But if you want my analysis and you want my attention, the quality of what you got is bringing the community down, not helping it grow. You position yourself as if you have some integrity, but you have none. And I, knowing your history, have always kept you at a distance. Again, when you are in my inbox, there is no response from my person to you because I do not need any of you. You are the plagues and the problems in this community. Your infantile mindset assumes that everything is open to a discussion. I do not validate things that are not worthy of validation. I am not the gatekeeper. The pseudo killers are not the standards. We are science communicators. So if it is not part of the body of science, it is not going to be communicated via Cedric. And if you put it in the arena to get scrutinized, that is what's going to happen. It will get scrutinized, not debated. Debated means it has merit. It doesn't have merit. The most it warrants is scrutinization, and that's exactly what I did. Scrutinized it and put it exactly where it needed to be. Your arrogant ignorance determined that you somehow are relevant in this community to demand my engagement or disqualify me with your fairness where you sell pigs. Ninja, please. I am not the one. You want my attention? You got it tonight. I'm good to go.
You should have 100 wins under your belt.
100 wins. Hear the stupidity. 100 wins under your belt. 100 wins under your belt. Like, bro, grow up. You think this is why I'm on the internet? Go and look at the manifesto of the pseudo killers, you clown. Wins under your belt. Science is undefeated. There is nothing to win. If I'm wrong, I'll correct myself and keep it moving. Because you think that you are so relevant that every silly idea is open to debate and discussion. But if you had some actual academic integrity, you would understand that people like Sean Carroll and Daniel Dennett and these people, they get these crazy philosophical positions in their inbox every day. They're not taken seriously. They're not considered. There's an academic route to be able to do this. If there was even half an attempt to understand philosophy, you would understand that what you're doing is panpsychism mixed with idealism. By just the things you start to define puts you in a category, but again, you're not grounded philosophically. So when I put that position forward, y'all are offended, as if I needed to read it. I need to read the Dragon book and read how many villages it burned down with flames before I can conclude it's a mythological book according to ANONE's fairness chart. You idiot. Are you actually grown men? Effeminate Negroes.
Oh, this is just to back A1 up, because what the brother did, he tried to go to Deepak Chopra, but he pulled up Medium.
Let's go a little bit ahead.
Smarter than anybody. I believe that everybody actually knows these things that he's saying that seem to be human centric or somebody else's thing. It's just that I've been able to go over all of those views and put them all together until y'all understand what that means. That means when you have a question, you should be able to answer it. All this calls for is accountability within existence, especially if you read the title books. Now, I'm not going to
psychobabbling nonsense. Psychobabbling nonsense. Mind you, he did a whole presentation. We're gonna run it through Gemini and see exactly what it is. But we're gonna take through. We're gonna walk through this.
Pull up the entire paper because this is just a summation of quantum onlyism from Field Archives. Now, y'all can go to Field Archives yourself and click on the link on the page and see the totality of it. But let's read what Field Archives summation says. And this is what I'm saying. I don't understand why y'all upset because I have my own ideas.
Nobody upset, bro. You can have your own idea. That makes it debatable. That makes it a thing because you had your own idea means that I have to debate it. You assume it's your own idea as if your reasoning faculty is different from Homo sapiens sapiens. Like, let's continue.
About existence. I never said I don't understand anything about what y'all talking about, pseudo or any of that. These are compiled ideas and opinions, just like everybody in existence has the right to do.
Done. So now you compiled your opinions and your ideas. Why in a narcissist, why in the name of all narcissism would you believe that you now have the theory? What creates that illusion, bro? And ANONE expects me to just engage because he said so. Ninja, please.
Now, what you guys do is just find somebody that y'all like and y'all agree with them. That's fine. You stop yourself from critical thinking.
So again, this is, if I would have to have a real conversation, you would have to stop after every sentence. You know how dumb that sounds? You don't understand the scientific method. I do not follow anyone's opinions. We understand reality based on the science and the data that's been provided. We follow the data. We follow the methodology, and it is demonstrable. It is reproducible, and it's falsifiable. That's why we accept this data of science. I don't need to engage with this nonsense.
Stop there. I did.
No, I don't.
Now,
I don't do that.
Let me read that. Yeah. Oh, fine. That's good. Let me.
Too easy.
I just stick with reality. I just know reality ain't only just human. Ain't human.
That's all. No reality. If you stick to reality, you don't get it. Now, quantum onlyism is a philosophical framework that identifies the minimal conditions required for intelligible existence. So, in the realm of philosophy, they keep on trying to jump to science, saying pseudoscience, guys.
I just want to know, is my dog intelligent?
Go ahead.
Is my dog intelligent?
That's uninterested to my point of view.
That's uninteresting.
To my point of view, you need to find
human-centric.
We
understand.
You're only talking about humans.
Let's go here.
Centric, and you're describing the interface. All right. Our perception of reality is causal. We see shapes, and the perception is within the fourth dimension, which is time. We understand that. There's nothing deep there. There's nothing heavy there. And it is our interface with reality. If you understand human evolution, you would understand that modern Homo sapiens sapien exists for about 360,000 years. Whereas reality, space-time, is 14 point something billion years old. So, yes, we developed within reality to interface with reality. Our interface is unique to humans. Dogs, they have their own interface, right? And then you interject words like divine, which automatically puts your assertions outside of the realm of the scientific method. What debate is there, bro? Have your philosophy. Okay, I believe I can fly. Who cares? Yeah.
It's not grounded in anything empirical. It's not moving the goalpost. It's nothing new. It's repackaging of old philosophical, outdated ideas. From the moment we engage in empiricism and psychism, the idealism, all those ism, dualism, they have been resorted to isms, bro. Nobody interjects or entertains those ideas who are grounded in actuality, right? And even philosophy must be to be in the conversation. Natural philosophy, those who make it up, must be in line with the scientific method. So we know exactly where to categorize and place your ideology. And it's exactly that, an ideology. Has no bearing in reality. There's nothing to debate. And now that we've established that, I'll sit back and listen to how deep your mind is. Because it's just your thinking, bro. You can have that.
You should brain trick yourself. Is you saying?
Okay, so now I think that is clear on what my position is, bro. Have your philosophy. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not going against you. Have your philosophy, bro. It's fine. That's okay. I do not need to debate it. And I guess y'all heard how I classify this philosophy, all right? Okay, now I'm going to stop sharing this screen and we're going to go back now. We're going to go back. I'm going to drop the link in just a bit. You can have a conversation about it. I'm going to drop the link in just a bit. Now, I want to do this. I want to do this, and we're going to examine his philosophy in real time. Right? We're going to open it up, and we're going to go to his philosophy, right? Because he did a whole what is quantum only. We're going to run it through Gemini, and we're going to see what Gemini says if it lines up with what I actually said about it, right? Because I didn't read it, and that's unfair. As if from his own rhetoric, I'm not able to deduce what he's actually saying, mind you. So let's go examine his philosophy in just a bit. Right? We're gonna do this in real time, so nobody says that I'm tricking the computer or whatever. Here we go. Quantum onlyism. Share. Copy. Okay. So now I'm gonna do this. Share my screen so y'all can see me do this in real time. Gemini. Share. Good. I'm putting in. This is his quantum only video. Now I'm gonna ask AI, run a full analysis. Let us know what the philosophical framework of quantum onlyism is. Is it panpsychism repackaged? Is this a semantic philosophy, which means he is just using and redefining terms? And lastly, is it falsifiable? Thereby, is it falsifiable? And ultimately, I conclude there is nothing here to debate based on the above said parameters. Question? All right, it's right there. It's running the analysis. Let's ask it to verbalize this so we can hear it once it's done. All right, so now we're gonna go here. I'm just gonna ask it to. It should be able to play the volume. Come on, run the analysis. I want to hear it. I thought there was some way I can make it play the volume. It did it. I did it once before. That it would just. All right. Okay. It doesn't. So let's read it. The core philosophical framework, the framework positions itself as a form of ontic structural realism crossed with an information theoretical ontology instead of viewing reality through a traditional materialist lens, worrying about physical matter or the factory that stamped the hardware. It attempts to isolate what it calls the operating system that allows reality to compute. The formal architecture relies on a deductive bioconditional relationship. Intangible intelligence. Reality is an observable coherent state. T, time, redefined strictly as the ordered update sequence or process, and nature, redefined strictly as structural constraints, form, and identity. The framework asserts that E is equal to T, whatever that is, and N. In plain term, it argues that existence is mathematically and logically identical to the intersection of the sequence and constraint. It claims that if you have a mechanism to change state T and a mechanism to limit or define those states, and you have the necessary and sufficient conditions for reality to exist without requiring a mythical third ingredient. Is it panpsychism and idealism repackaged while it uses the vocabulary of quantum mechanics on our computer science? Its underlying ontology heavily mirrors absolute idealism and radical rationalism. The idealist shift, traditional physicalism resides on empirical mind independent matter by defining existence solely through the lens of intelligibility and logical computation. The framework shifts the ground from concrete physical states to abstract logical relationship. The panpsychist parallel, while it may not explicitly claim that atoms are conscious, by asserting that reality is fundamentally made of information, rules, and computational updates, it removes the barrier between physical reality and conceptual processing. It treats the universe as a giant mind or abstract calculator, making it a modern tech favored repackaging of objective idealism. Is it a semantic philosophy redefining term? Yes. The framework operates primarily as a semantic closed loop. It It achieves its deductive validity by systematically stripping away the empirical definitions of time and nature and replacing them with purely logical and syntactic definitions. By defining time as sequential through thought and change, and nature as the ability to tell two things apart, it builds a tautology. It sets up a clever semantic trap. It challenges critics to deny the framework without using distinctions, nature or sequence time, because human language and logic inherently requires grammar, sequence, and vocabulary distinction. Any spoken or written denial automatically uses those tools. The framework then claims this linguistic necessity is proof of an objective physical reality, conflating how humans must think and how the physical universe must operate. Is it falsifiable? It is entirely unfalsifiable because the framework is constructed in a priori logical necessity rather than an empirical hypothesis. It cannot be tested, observed, or contradicted by any physical data. No experiment in a particle accelerator or a laboratory could ever yield a result that violates the framework, because any result, whether structured or completely chaotic, would simply be absorbed back into the elastic definitions of constraints and updates. By isolating them from empirical vulnerability and relying on a transcendental argument, the "if you speak, you prove me right" challenge, it abates any claim to being a scientific theory. Conclusion: your evaluation is spot on. There is nothing here to debate. because the framework is non-falsifiable, semantically closed loop that relies on linguistic tautologies rather than empirical data. It cannot be engaged with via the scientific method or methodological naturalism. It functions as an elaborate word game, logically valid with its own arbitrary definitions, but entirely empty of empirical substance or real world utility. It is an airtight conceptual cage, and trying to debate it is a treadmill exercise in semantics. I did not debunk his theory, dumb boy, because it is unfalsifiable. It cannot be debunked. Slow boy, I'm talking to you now, Aina. You're getting your panties in a bunch, tripping out, freaking out, because somehow you think that you have some authority in this community when all you're demonstrating is how much of a clown you are. So now that I have demonstrated unnecessarily taking too much of your time, my time, to illustrate why this is a stupid waste of our time, no need for me to engage whatsoever. None whatsoever. Anon, you wanted the attention, now you're getting it. I do not need to engage. By the rhetoric alone, I can reach to these conclusions. I did not call him pseudo. I did not say any of that. You heard in the final last there. Bro, you can have your philosophy. I simply have no need to engage with it because there is nothing there to engage with. When I speak, I know what I'm saying, and what I'm saying is sound, and I don't need an idiot like Anon. Look here. No. Now let's look at this idiot's rhetoric. Let's look at how stupid this fool sounds. And I'm going to drop the link. Anon cooks, Cedric. He has a fairness stance. Cedric was not being fair. Cedric, let's look at what the fairness stance is about this stupid clown. Man, I blew it up. I still can't see. Let's ability.
That was crazy.
I know what I'm gonna do with him. I'm not gonna pay him no attention no more.
You're not gonna pay me no attention no more.
None of that. Like,
name is in the title.
I'm not gonna take it serious. I'm gonna see it straight for what it is no more.
In the title, but he's not gonna pay
I mean, I'm gonna see it straight for what it is now.
When Anon, hey, come here, Anon, come here. When did I ever require your attention? You seem to be confused as my name is in the title. And yeah, he feels hurt. Yeah, I'm right there in the chat. Right there in the chat. You want me in the chat? I'm in the chat. I tell you drop the link, you wouldn't drop the link because you know I will cook you in front of your face. Let's take it all the way to the beginning. Let's look at what's going on here. This is the childish stupidity that I have to deal with. We're busted. Busted how? Because you're dumb? I just demonstrated why I do not need to engage with you or the stupidity that you have on your platform.
You know, anybody, Dr. Ben, all them pseudo over there, none of them are respected scholars.
A1, I didn't even get 2 minutes in this man video.
I'll deal with you later, you a liar.
Already written on your soul.
Yeah, I got a soul there.
My slide says up there.
Let's go.
You know, abandoning the chronology reveals the motive of the person. So as soon as they try to debunk it before reading it, we
Can you
Your motive is
debunk? Can you debunk? Can you debunk anything that is unfalsifiable, you clown? I said it was unfalsifiable. There's nothing there to debunk. I dropped the link. There's nothing there to debunk, dummy. You keep insisting on debunk. What is there to debunk? There's nothing there to debunk, clown. It's unfalsifiable. The same thing I said, right? Like I said it in real time, live on the stage. Now I reproduce the results based on his quantum only video. That's what's in there. You saw it. The exact same rhetoric which I employed is the exact same rhetoric which the AI produced. Nobody talked about false debunking. There is no debunking of something that is unfalsifiable. When you redefine terms and play in your own sandbox, there is nothing there to debate. That's exactly what I said now, didn't I? I did not bash you. I did not claim to debunk it. I simply said you are entitled to your philosophy, but you are so emotional because Cedric refused to engage. He doesn't want to debate on my platform. No, because your platform is useless, worthless, and a waste of intellectual space. You are dumb. I stayed away from you because you are problematic and you are the type of ninja that would do the things like put people's name in the title and do all the stupidity. That's the type of individual you are. I experienced you over there when you were thinking you could astral project. So I'm selective. I stay away from trash. Your platform is trash. Everything about you is trash. This whole video is a demonstration of how stupid you are because I just cooked you in real time by actually demonstrating my point. I actually demonstrated, mind you, I showed you what I said in real time, sitting there listening to the clown. And all of you are getting shot up because you are in the car. And that was some pure nonsense, gibberish, psychobabbling foolery. And I clearly stated, academically correct, why I am not engaging. I didn't play the part where you had your head up my butt. I agree with Seth, and you're fighting with Savior, but you agree with me. I turned my back, and the coward and the B nigger that you bees, for real, trying to do a hit piece on me. I tell you already, I'm from the Caribbean. If you want a clout, it's a hard slap in the back of your head. Pow! You want clout? Look, I'll give you one. So here we are. I am not the one, bro. I would ragdoll you and make you a fool. And I ain't like you. I'm going to drop the link. Come up here if you think you got the nerve to come and say something. When I said drop the link, let me get up there. The coward that you are wouldn't drop the link. Yeah, uncle's okay. And trying to do the divide and conquer thing. You piece of ignorant human excrement. Let's look at your
has been
forensic.
revealed, buddy. Cedric Ortega.
Yeah.
That's why we got you on this background. You're busted. You've been busted.
At that point, are they just contrarian? They just arguing.
Just arguing to argue. Am I contrarian? No. There's nothing there, clown. There's nothing there. You don't have nothing. There's nothing there. Whoa. What are we arguing about? What are we discussing? What are we discussing? Like, for real. What are we discussing? Huh? What are we discussing? There is nothing there to debate. But you insisting that I debate you. Why? Because you need attention. You need attention from Cedric. Cedric must come on your platform. Cedric must engage with you. No, nigga. Now you understand why I've chosen to stay away from you. Because of the type of dude you are. This is what you is. This is what you is. I'm going to show him just now what you are. Let's go. You cooking me, right? You wanted the clout? You got the clout tonight, bro.
See, I don't know if they're just contrarians because that's a specific motive, just to be contrary. Are they doing it because they want to? I don't know, bro. I couldn't tell you.
Well, then, if you gonna do
I know they
push
the critical. I know they push the consensus. So since it's new, there's no consensus. We can't push it. So it must be wrong, though. That doesn't that's how do they
it
get
don't make
that?
sense.
They're skipping steps.
Yeah,
and that's where the incoherence comes in. Where's my overlay at? This is where the incoherence comes in. Cedric O'Taylor. Hi, I'm incoherent. How are you today? Looking ass.
No, I'm incoherent. I think I just explained, illustrated, and demonstrated why there's nothing there to debate. There is nothing there to debunk. It's unfalsifiable. So why would you claim and keep insisting that I said something about debunking? I said I'm not interested. This fool wants me to debate his philosophy against methodological naturalism, and he's going to use science to prove his metaphysical assertions are true. You know how incoherent that is? But that sounds logical.
Can I share this real quick?
Yeah.
Because people be thinking I'll be capping. Owaski, the first book ever to be written on a typewriter. So
Strawman. Where did I create a strawman? The strawman problem. You see, when you got cartoon characters who have AI and too much time on their hand, they create memes and they're allowed to fool themselves with stupidity. I did not strawman his position. I keep reiterating based on what you just said. Y'all heard me clearly. So either this man has real psychological issues. Again, he thought he could astral project, but he has a father that's a psychologist, and that's why he knows psychology, because he came out of his father's balls, I guess. Like this is stupidity that these type of people talk and expect me to take them seriously or even remotely want to engage with the stupidity. No, like you keep no. What's a straw man?
To see means to touch, because light have the end of the eye and touch the eye.
Yeah, the Babylon done.
Sweet coming up.
He can't.
You know the topic.
Scholar. Let's get into this real quick. A position should always be presented in the strongest possible form its supporters would recognize before it is criticized. They shouldn't straw man your argument and create.
Where did I straw man his argument? At no point. Y'all heard the video. No straw man. Subsequently, y'all heard the analysis of what quantum only is. Quantum onlyism is. And you heard my position prior to me playing the AI analysis. Mind you, I'm in real time. They're saying I didn't look at it. No, I didn't. I didn't entertain it. No, I didn't. I'm on the platform and I'm giving my response in real time based on what he is saying. He produces a video of quantum onlyism. I just put it into AI in front of everybody, ran the analysis, and read it word for word. It corresponds with everything that I said in that video over 3 weeks ago. No straw man at no point. So you are a blatant liar on top of everything else, Anon. That's why I won't engage with your platform. You are a liar. Your whole platform exists because you're an infantile child that took your ball up, and because you lost two debates because your argument was this piss poor, just as poor as this. But you want the clout, you get the clout. I had one in the back of your head tonight. And you're going to learn to leave me alone. You don't read the thing, leave black people alone, bro. Leave black people alone. I don't bother you. I don't entertain myself with you. You are irrelevant to my existence. I addressed you in the opening of a previous set talks. You probably missed it. You should have looked at that set talks. You probably wouldn't have made this stupid video illustrating how dumb and ignorant you actually are. Anon Richardson, you clown. We're going to demonstrate what you look like just now. We're going to play two more minutes of this, and it's enough because whatever you say
Create a
is
mockable
irrelevant.
version of
But
what you have and try to defeat it. In philosophy, to ensure truth is pursued over ego. That's why, this is supposed to be the standard. If you defeat the strongest version, your victory is real. Yeah.
Look, this clown is stuck in debate mode with someone who ain't debating. I'm on a platform teaching you my thing.
He's not even a good debater, man. He's not.
Man,
he's playing
JJ.
The victim. Man, he playing the victim. He didn't turn on so many people in the 1 year that he's had a league. I mean, it's like he think he got it all figured out, But yeah, I ran up on that one guy, the owl guy, before a couple months ago. I told him that it's nonsense, man. What you talking about? He made up something called quantum onlyism.
Some kind of man. Listen, he made up his own philosophy.
I told him,
and then he's reinventing words, right, and doing the most, right? He's doing the most, and I'm like, bro, you're allowed to make up your philosophy, but I'm not obligated to engage with it. Right. You made it up. It's unfalsifiable. I stated that in real time. In real time, I didn't have to go look it up. I like, okay, this is panpsychism, idealism. It's within that brain framework, bro. It's nothing outside of that, right? Okay, you're allowed to have your philosophy, but I don't have to debate it. There is nothing there to debunk. It's unfalsifiable. This Anon clown dude go and make 2 videos and now accusing me of straw man while completely mischaracterizing everything I'm saying, everything I'm doing, everything I represent, right? Lying on me, claiming I said I debunked his. There is nothing to debunk, bro.
And if you pay attention, Cedric, A1 is beefing.
I must engage. These are weirdos.
Yeah, and real quick, if you pay attention to A1, Cedric, he's beefing with like 5 people. You know why? Because he's trying to get views. He's trying to get his name in the algorithm. That's the oldest trick in the book. So after this show, don't even pay him no mind.
Bro, I told him you need me. Just admit you need me. The man, he's losing his mind. Now I'm being disrespectful, bro. You got me in 2 of your videos. My name is in 2 of your videos. I only was on the panel by accident. By accident, because it was I was on God Killer, the community of skeptics. So I jumped up there. I'm engaging for a couple of minutes. This dude presents his quantum onlyism, and I kindly said, bro, it's okay. It's okay. Let it. You're allowed to have your philosophy, but there's nothing to debate. He's incoherent. This dude is talking about. He's talking about. His philosophy, his metaphysical philosophy. He wants to debate it against methodological naturalism, and he's going to use science to prove his philosophy. Bro, I say that's incoherent, bro. Methodological naturalism is a framework, and one of the rules is it excludes metaphysical assertions. So your philosophy is just that, a philosophy. It is not a scientific position, It is unfalsifiable. You're redefining terms. There's nothing there. Probably the young man didn't understand that I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But how does that now obligate me to have to debate? Now, when ANONE takes these type of position, I'm starting to think, bro, you really got some serious issues. You got
I
issues,
just
bro.
told you
I'm
what
on
he's
the
doing, Cynthia.
platform. I just said my piece and I left it alone. You're making 2 videos about me? That's some fanboy stuff.
Yeah. He done me like that
Weird.
before, man. It's just that he's up and coming. He's trying to get views, controversy. Like I say, he's beefing with like 5 different people. So that'll let you know right there what he's trying to do.
Well,
He don't have no debaters. He has Humble and Swab Boss. Think about that.
shout out to Humble.
I'm just telling you on my perspective. He has those 2. That's his meat and potatoes right there. Come on, man. He didn't burn bridges with Naga, Honey, Ivory, me, you, Silk, Yaya. The list go on. And then he always try to play victim. He done cheated a bunch of people. I mean, the judges are terrible. Terrible. Are you?
What it do, God killer?
What's up, man? What it do, man? What's going on up in here, man? I see it's trouble brewing, man. I see it's trouble brewing, man. You know what I'm saying?
No trouble, bro. And once a fly starts to buzz a little too much, you gotta squat it.
Yeah, I thought it was ridiculous that, they couldn't basically understand that you just don't gotta read any goddamn thing, bro. Like, I mean, from top to bottom, yo, it's not quality work, bro. And to try to act like it is, and you got to read the judges is ridiculous, bro. Like nobody says that, bro.
The
I
wildest
mean,
thing. The
yeah,
wildest thing.
that's crust bananas, yo. So if that's the case, we got to read every pseudo work from here to California, yo.
Exactly.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. So
Exactly.
let me ask you a question. Who was acting like they was going astro project?
That's Astro Project. That was his name when he first come into the game, bro. He used to be in all our audiences as a fan.
I thought he changed that. I thought he changed that though. He might have
Well, he
grew out. He
did. He
might
come
have
up
grew
with
out of that.
A1.
He might have grew out of that. But I ain't
Well,
even talking
the
about
only
A1, yo. I ain't talking about A1. I'm just
That's his
saying.
name. That's the same guy. Astro Projection is A1, brother.
No, you said somebody was saying they could astral project. Then you said you go, am I tripping?
yeah, that's ANON. He
Oh
was
yeah,
the
he used
astral
to be
projection
Astro
guy.
Project.
Oh, you talking about A9.
Yeah,
A9.
ANON.
That's different than A1. Yeah, A9's a nut. He's a nut, bro. Talk loud too.
Wait, no, A1, the leader of
A1.
Titans debate.
Are
A1,
you
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about A? You
Same
said,
guy,
hold on,
bro.
wait. Oh no, what's the guy? I ain't talking about A1, nigga. I'm talking about the nigga that's always running his mouth on that show, though. The one that talk reckless. He was
Cosman
Oh,
talking
Kyle.
reckless,
you
said
talking
he.
about Cosman.
Yeah, the fake nigga. Yeah, he's definitely
We already
fake.
beat.
Yeah,
We already
he's
beat
gonna
them
get his
up.
he's gonna get his own little beat down because I caught him lying too. But I
No, he
settled
lied,
him.
man. He lied all the time. Come on, bro. He's
He's
a
a straight up lie.
famous pseudo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
but I
lied.
just wanna make a point, yo. And this the A1 and them, yo. You don't gotta read that type of material, yo. It's not even up for critique, yo. That's something they probably need to critique. In they group, they need to critique that and submit that somewhere that's genuine, yo. You can't. Come on, bro. Can't expect people to just come on, man. That's crazy. You know how many pseudo works out here, bro? And then at the end of the day, yo, shit, us signing off on it don't make the shit authentic.
I'm authority. Like since when I
Yeah,
stand
come
up for the
on,
peer
man.
review committee.
Yeah, come on, bro. Come on,
Like,
bro.
I'm not credentialed like that, and even if I
Yeah, come
was, you
on,
have
bro.
to pass through the rigors to get your work qualified. And I'm allowed to read the back cover of a book that says the dragons blew up the town and know that it's mythological. I do not need to read the whole book to say, well, them dragons might be kind of real somehow. No, I don't.
Yeah, they think you're a pushover though, yo. Get Cosmine in the ring, yo. Beat him half to death, yo. He's so much crazy. I seen Juju beat him half to death before.
Man,
Yeah,
come
like, I
on,
be
man.
playing
Them
with my
old punching
food,
bags,
bro.
bro. We
Yeah,
been
like, I
whooping
be
them out,
playing
man.
with
We
my
say come in the
food.
game.
Yeah, and they're incoherent. Like there's a level of like
I'm a
I,
little.
I refuse to play the Cosman clip in this video because of the level of
You gotta get him
incoherence.
separate. Yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta
he's
get it
incoherent. Yeah,
by
he's
itself
incoherent. Yeah, he
completely.
incoherent. If he had if he had enough people to pay attention to him, we'll just smash him all the way out. It ain't worth smashing him out.
Yeah, like come on,
Yeah, it
man.
ain't worth it, yo. He talk crazy, yo.
And
You don't get nothing out of smashing him out though, yo.
oh,
And I'm a little surprised at A1 though. I seen the memes though, A1. I'm a little surprised at you, bro.
man, listen, I knew
Little
A1.
surprised, bro.
I
Little
knew him
surprised.
from over at Paradigm Shift, but I give everybody the
Mm-hmm.
benefit of the doubt. So I just keep my peace, but I keep my distance. Why? Because I know this type of environment, this effeminate stuff with the memes and your name and the videos and all the nonsense just to
You
get the
you you
attention.
wanna hear something deep? You wanna hear something deep? I like going over there beating up the pseudos they got on. They got 100 pseudos over there, so I kind of enjoy that. And to be honest with you, yo, you get more views out of us working with us than going
Exactly.
against us for a wild ass book.
Bro.
Hold on, where the hell is Gullah at? Gullah gotta tell the truth, yo. He gotta tell the truth, yo. Where Gullah at, man? We Gullah sees Gullah.
You're not gonna leave Gullah alone, eh? You're not.
Yeah, Gullah got stopped there, yo. They said
Hey,
Gullah signed
hey,
off
hey,
on the work.
He
hey,
didn't. He
Huh?
didn't. Go ahead, JJ.
what's your
Gullah was
who
playing.
you got winning? Who you got winning that debate?
Oh, Reggie, man, Jabari out his mind, man.
For
Jabari ain't
sure.
making up shit, yo. Come on,
He
yo.
making up
Now
stuff,
you go.
man.
Come on, now you gonna say
Let me give you
Egyptian, ain't you? Huh?
let me give you a little FYI. And see, he been running for me from this debate for 8 years. Ladies and gentlemen, the Neteru are literal. You know why? Because in the pyramid text, the coffin text, Book of the Dead, the Neterers are kings. When you become king, you become a Horus king. When you and then when you die, you become a Osiris king. Like say your name Seti, you become Osiris Seti.
JJ,
Seti equals womb.
you switched the conversation, yo.
I know, but I just had to get this out, man. I'm just telling you,
Taking the
Jabari.
steam out of it, yo. We don't want to talk about Jabari
I
right
got
now,
to
yo.
see. I don't do what's
What?
like ambush scholarship. You got to tell them before the debate, during the debate, and after the debate.
Man, this ain't the
That's what
show,
Jabari.
yo. We banging right now. You didn't
All
killed the
right,
bank.
just had to get that. Reggie's gonna win if he do it right. If not, he dropped the ball, man. The Neterers are human kings. Look it up.
We putting that on there.
They control Ma'at. They control. They look when the dead king, when he become an Osiris king, they still paying taxes to him. They still paying money. Jabari don't want to tell you this, but hey, like I said, I ain't trying to ruin the debate, but it's about the information. Are you?
I hear you, JJ.
Are you?
Yeah. And I'm gonna get back on Anon, Mr. Richardson. Not everything is open for debate, bro. I told you, you heard me in the video. Now that we've established that this is your own philosophical made up stuff, I will sit and listen to how deep your mind goes.
Right.
But as far as a debate, there is nothing there to debate. I didn't straw man him. I didn't misappropriate science. It's because I am scientifically literate, Anon Richardson. I am able to make the evaluation, and everyone heard throughout the video. I consistently said, based on what you just said, based on what you just described, his own words, his own description of his work, put it in the category where it was. I demonstrated here tonight in real time. I played a video where I stated my position. I put his quantum onlyism video in the Gemini. And what did it say? Everything that I said in that video. every single word. That is because I am actually scientifically grounded, philosophically grounded, and operate on a metric that is clearly defined. So you want us to have a debate on a treadmill. That's the quality of the debates on your platform. They are a waste of time. They lead to
Yeah.
nothing. They produce nothing. 6 viewers watching your debates, bro.
Oh,
Like, come on, man.
hey,
If
you gotta
that
stay
much.
on 12 hours to get 400 views. Man, come
Yeah.
on.
And
Come
and and your most views is when you got Juju on your platform, you get views. When God Killer shows up, you get views. The last show got you views because it was connected to the community of skeptics. We understand that you need us, but there's a way of going about things. And you want my attention. This is why you never got it, because of the quality of your product. You had an opportunity to raise the bar. The moment Savior and I are there giving some credible pushback, you crash out. You're supposed to be a host, number one, and allow the dialogue to take place. You are crashing out. That was already a red flag. I removed myself and subsequently never engaged again. You need me. You need the pseudo killers. That's why my name is in the title. And that's why my face is in your thumbnail. Acknowledge that. Then humble yourself, and I might entertain you with a lot of convincing from the pseudo killers, because you are not my cup of tea. And you haven't been my cup of tea because of your behavior over there on Paradigm Shift, and you're still
facts.
thieving behavior today. You got a show named Morning Coffee Cup. Man, listen, you don't have an original bone in your body. That is Chris's
Yeah.
morning coffee.
Yeah.
You are a copycat. You don't have any original ideas, and
The
you're
Coliseum is the Titan, the debate
yeah,
Coliseum is the same as
yeah.
Sarnetta's.
Like the name is
Come
of
on.
it reflects Arnetta. Your content is the same as DMG's, bro. Like, you are a complete
Watch
copycat.
this. No, watch this. That little radio voice that he got, that he come in with, that's from some white dude on TV.
Yeah, you get a
Y'all
radio
That's
crazy.
voice.
not
Hey, 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 Cedric, come out of here, yo.
come on.
Yeah, okay, yeah, good. I'm on Warpath tonight. It's one and only. I ain't putting no punches tonight,
Yeah.
because after tonight, I ain't mentioning fool again, no matter how many videos you make of me. But you get the
Right.
one shot. I told you, I'm from the Caribbean. When you ask for a clout, it's a hard slap in the back of your head. You
Hey, Cedric,
barbecuing
and what
me.
I do,
You
hey,
go
Cedric,
ahead.
after it happened, what I call you? Say, don't nobody talk about Cedric but me. I said, no, man.
Yeah. Oh man, you see, when you are stuck in a particular paradigm, Hercules, I may have a world perspective. Yes, I've lived long time in Europe. I'm from the Caribbean, been in the United States, been to South America. I've traveled. I understand a world view. My perspective is not isolated to what you are, and your position is so pseudo. Let's talk about your position. Let's examine how pseudo your position is, because you have no understanding of indigenous African cultures. You talk about your African spiritual system. The moment you say African spiritual system, is indicative of your ignorance. Because if you're talking about spiritual systems, you will use them by their particular name and their particular culture that engages in them. For example, I hail from the Caribbean. So I engage in Santeria and traditional Haitian voodoo. I sure you have never gotten a full bath by a ritual priest or priestess, right? Full naked, right? With the herbs and all of that. You've never experienced those things. And when you talk the way you talk, I know how pseudo you are. I experience these things. You've never been to an actual Haitian traditional voodoo celebration where you dress all in white and you get fully enchanted. You've never experienced these things. So when you talk about African spirituality, the vagueness with which you use those terms mean you don't know anything. You've never been to a Santeria priestess and have her prayed over you and blow the cigar and blow the alcohol over you or read your palms or rub you down with different herbs. You have no idea, Hercules. You have a Europeanized, Americanized, Black power concept and think that you are grounded in anything African. You've never slit a goat's throat, boy. You've never killed a chicken and did a ritual in your life. I know this, but I am not on your level. I let you clowns talk because you have a mouth to talk. But when it comes to being real, I know you don't know. You have never been to a real altar. You don't go to the beach on certain days and do purification ritual. You don't know anything about culture, bro. You're a concrete jungle New York boy that think you know something because you read some pseudo books. I'm from the Caribbean, bro. We live that tradition. It's still part of my culture. But when I'm on here, I'm teaching and promoting scientific literacy. I do not get in your guys' way because you are not my equals. I let you do your thing. But if it comes to having these real conversations, you are not ready to have it. Why? Because your rhetoric is African spirituality, means you have no connection to none of the cultures. You've never danced to the drums. You've never passed through that ritual. You have never done a rites of passage. You have never done the Panam. You don't know how to do a barrel roll. Your belly alone tells me you would not be of the warrior class. So you do not talk to me about African spirituality, bro. I can reference the Panam, an actual African tradition. Meta papi pa memento, bosa idioma aqui, nós tá papi na Cabo Verde. Bosa quanto idioma que existi? E existi faz tempo e português tanga bem África, bem Ghana. Te sei, Cabo Verde plus riba costa de Ghana, não te compreender a mim. Não te compreender abo. Abo não tem caminho de bai. Pois somos não tem raiz. Você não merece nunca caminho. Bota papia bonita, pero você não tem raiz. Você não merece, você não tem nada. Você não tem conexão com nada. Pensei, você smul tanto assim. I speak Papiamento. That's an indigenous dialect developed on the coast of Ghana. Still spoken there today. Places in Angola too. Spoken in Cape Verde. My connection to my motherland has never been broken, son. So I don't have to pretend like you. Same as Cabo Verde. See, Cabo Verde, no se papiamento mesunko. You understand? Boy, come be stinky. You know anything about burying a goat foot? Digging it up after 3 weeks and eating it? You have no culture, bro. I know you have none. That's why you walk around here proselytizing as if you are African. You have none. You know, this and that. Bong, I've seen a mess. You understand? So when we talk about African connection, bro, I don't have to pretend. I don't have to pretend to be African. It is either part of your existence or it isn't. I don't have to pretend. I don't have to try. I don't have to try. And we're doing drama in the World Cup too. Biba Kasau. Jenamita. You ever dance tambu? That's what we do end of the year. The drums. Buta bale tambu. Bayege bale seku. Bosakite seku. Bosakite kone. Kira is boting, brother. What's your roots? My Africanness. Me. I don't have to pretend. You either are or you ain't. The fact that you insist on my African this, African that, but me being Eurocentric, no, I am scientifically grounded. I am on this platform with an objective. raising the level of discourse, raising the level of scientific literacy in this community. That's what I'm here for. When they talk about African spiritual, I just live there. We got carnival every year, partner. Every year when a cowbell come out and people start hit the road, we real. We have rites of passage, traditions, bro. Like, you need to get out of your little sandbox. Then you would understand that there's a wider world and that there are people that are actually connected to their heritage. Don't have to pretend. I don't have to pretend. I've said this on different platforms. Now it's time for me to say this here because Hercules always got the same stupid rhetoric, which illustrates to one who real how fake you are, my Africa. No, you got no connection. Because if you're gonna speak, you're gonna be very specific. Now, my traditions are those that are entwined and cross-reference with Marx, with European stuff, but it's indigenous to its core. Santeria, voodoo. Then we got some from Suriname that hit the windy, and then you got the Jamaicans that bust the obeah. This is literally African spirituality that is part and parcel of my community. It's nothing we scared about, nothing we afraid to express. We understand it. There are those who embrace it and there are those who are scared of it. But yes, I pass through all the rituals because that's how you engage with reality. You go there and you participate. You see what it is. You embrace it. You don't just talk about it from a distance. But I'm clear in what I do when I come on these platforms. My job here is to promote scientific literacy. My job here is not to impose or glorify aspects of my culture that isn't part that produces anything. As a matter of fact, most of it is regressive in terms of how it allows people to think and how they engage with dualism as if spirits are all about flying. No, that's not reality. So I see the negative aspects of it as well, but it doesn't make that I don't engage in it, embrace it as my own. So keep talking that rhetoric about Eurocentric, bro. You have no idea what Eurocentric is. You stuck in one
You know what I
American
tell you what
language.
Eurocentric is?
You don't even speak a dialect that has some African in it. And you talking about Eurocentric, bro. You're English speaking Eurocentric Americano.
Hey,
Go ahead.
let me get Jabari for about 2 minutes. Just
Go
2
ahead,
minutes.
yeah.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is why Jabari has been running from me, right? For 8 years. So he choose to debate Reggie because Reggie's style is not really in that attack mode. Reggie don't have a Michael Jordan Mamba mentality. He's more like a Tim Duncan. So this guy been running around here for years saying the net words are not literal. So let me just show you this real quick. See, the Egyptian kingship operated in two-step succession, where each ruler held two offices in sequence, never simultaneously. While alive, Jabari, the king had the office as Horus the Elder. At death, he was promoted to the office of Osiris. The texts are explicit that they are there, but that this was the identity, not a metaphor. In the coffin text 148, the living king declares at coronation, Ik ha wa, I am Horus the Elder, the great Nectar. At death, pyramid text 219 records Eunice as Osiris. The Shabaka stone in line 18, the transfer of Osiris, he was Horus the Elder. The grammar is PW or PY, the Egyptian cupola of identity, meaning it is not like me. Me is the Egyptian word for like. You see what I'm saying? Allen, Middle Egyptian page 64 confirms Pa established legal equation. Scribe do not write like Osiris. They wrote is Osiris. These two officers communicated across the boundary of life and death to run the state. There is no there is no principle of them being a netter or neteru. When we say beings, we're talking about human beings. Pyramid text 314 preserves the ritual script. Words spoken by Horus to his father Osiris. Here the living Horus king performed rites for the dead Osiris. These people actually thought this literally happened. This literally was real, Jabari. The transfer required acknowledgement from the predecessor. One more. The dead king was not gone. He was still on duty. Coffin text 30 shows the living king issuing orders to the dead king, Osiris, and cause Happy to come forth. Meaning they control nature by a jurisdiction. We're not saying that they're spooky beings or nothing like that. We're saying they were human beings. This was their text. This was their text. One controlled the Dua, the Osiris king. One controlled in the land, the two lands. This is why Jabari will not face me, because I would bring the real truth of this. I'm hoping Reggie will, because this literal and this principle thing, it's got to come to an end.
Yeah,
but if they don't have any judges, Jabari's going to win.
Of course, Jabari.
The audience is food already.
Yeah,
one more time.
We know that.
Is food. The audience is food already. Because they don't understand what a Horus king is, and they don't understand what an Osiris king, what an Osiris netter is. They're human beings. I got all the text.
Paz Paturi and Nikutaskucha. Hit's got the AI on lock. He says, peace to everyone that is listening. That is in Papiamento. That is a dialect between Portuguese and coastal Ghanaian language.
Sounded a little French.
Paz Paturi and Nikutaskucha. It depends. It's aligns a lot with Portuguese. It is Portuguese and African. It's spoken Cape Verde, Angola, and in Curacao, Aruba, and Bonaire. But that's cool. That's cool. I appreciate that. Yeah. Let me one question that shout out to Ashe. The one question Ashe asked Jabari, and Jabari refused to answer it, is still one of the most valid questions. Jabari, you claim to pray. Right. So if you're praying, aren't you praying to a literal deity?
Come on, man. We've been in action told this dude this years ago. Nothing that nobody's saying is new. My foot been on Jabari neck. He's just been protected everywhere he go. I'm gonna say this one more time. The Horus king is the living king, netter. And when he passed away, the power still belongs to him, but he becomes an Osiris king, netterer.
Yes, sir.
Period.
Yes, sir.
It's literal. This is what they literally believed. I told Jabari this for 8 years. He want to talk about a principle.
Man.
Ronald Burkins don't put me.
Yeah. Don't worry what he's
like African. I ain't got nothing to do with your argument.
So again, I'm gonna come back to and I'm gonna share my screen again because I'm not getting off Anon's head tonight so easy. Yeah. I'm going right back in on it because he wanted the attention. He says, Anon cooks Cedric. Let's see how you cook me. Now, let's see what this fairness test is about, because between his
somebody who already don't fuck with me is saying, you need me. What are you talking about?
Yes.
You're not even making sense. And now I'm not going to allow you on the channel just to show you how much I don't need.
I don't want to be on your channel.
Because I don't want you coming over here and then be like, oh, we did that. No, the hell.
You're complaining that I don't want to debate. You're crying. And now when I say, bro, you know you need me, right? Because you got my name in the title. Look how he crashes out. Watch it crash out. Now these people are emotional.
You tried to compare it to panpsychism.
Yeah.
You kept trying to.
Isn't it? An idealism, isn't it? Didn't we just read that in the analysis? Peace and good
say,
night,
oh,
Nepal.
it must be talking about the universe is a mind. That shit don't say none of that.
Didn't it? Did.
Everything that you accuse.
Wait, let's go right back here. Dun dun dun. Let's go back here. Is it panpsychism? Panpsychism and idealism repackaged. While it uses vocabulary of quantum mechanics and computer science, the underlying ontology heavily mirrors absolute idealism and radical rationalism. The idealist shift, traditional physicalism, relies on empirical, mind-independent matter. By defining existence solely through the lens of intelligibility and logical computation, the framework shifts the ground of reality from concrete physical states to abstract logical relations. The panpsychist parallel, while it may not explicitly claim that atoms are conscious, by asserting that reality is fundamentally made of information, rules, and computational updates, it removes the barrier between physical reality and conceptual processing. It treats the universe as a giant mind or abstract calculator, making it a modern tech-flavored repackaging of objective idealism. So now let's go back to your ignorance and your lies. Because I know I was right. I was.
Accuse them of, the text doesn't say. Y'all actually have the text, and y'all have had the text for 2 weeks now. After the episode, we sent it to you, but mum's been the word. Because it ain't nothing. Obviously, it ain't shit for y'all to chew on. That's why y'all been quiet as hell. This nigga, now I'm calling you an official goofy. You should have.
No, there is nothing there. My position, which I stated 2 weeks ago, remains the same. So if there's mum's the word, why are you pretending now to be making this video to do what? Other than get my attention, other than showing that you need me again, because this is the second time that my name is in your title. And when I illustrate the fact that you need the pseudo killers, you crash out.
Never said I need you. That's where you fucked up at. Are you fucking crazy? I don't need nobody but me. This nigga's a nut. What?
Who's a nut? Who is the nut? Bro, you got my name in your title. You're wrong as 2 left feet. You sound dumb as rocks. You got my picture up on your screen. Who needs who? Mum's been the word for 2 weeks. Do I need you? No. Am I interested? No. Do I give a damn? No. You, on the other hand,
like my Baltimore niggas say, this nigga is a damn nut to think I need him. How do I need you? I don't even have you now.
My name is in your title. My features are in your thumbnail. Week after week, when you just said, mum's the word. We've had the document. No need to engage with it because my initial analysis was correct. Mum's the word. I'm assuming that you have a logical framework, that you have access to AI, that you can simply run the analysis for yourself and just see that I was absolutely correct in everything that I said. I played the video, which was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, ran the analysis of quantum onlyism in real time, and it confirmed everything I said. The video's here. You play it. You can play it on your channel again, get some views, because that's what you're going to do. But it will be illustrating how ignorant you are. Right? Why I'm so harsh? This what? Look how this.
Make it make, like, let's think about what you're saying. Somebody who already don't fuck with me is saying You need me.
Exactly.
What are you talking
I don't fuck with you. You're absolutely right. Watch it. Cedric has no need for Anon Richardson whatsoever. I do not need you to come on Set Talks. I do not need you to run a critical analysis. I do not need you to jump on my plan. I do at no point in time. There is not a video other than this one where you are mentioned, where you are articulated about, where your channel is referenced. It's irrelevant. I shout you out if you're in the chat. If you're not there, it makes no difference to me. None whatsoever. Yes, like your chat said, he's an arrogant dude. Yes, I'm selective in who I engage with because of the immaturity of individuals like you that cannot think, that assume because your daddy is a psychologist that you have some validity in that arena, and then exposing your stupidity by doing this. And yes, look, the direction is I don't need you, Anon. You need me. So making the claim or stating, but how can you need me? How can I need you when I don't have you? It's because you don't have me, Anon. It's because I don't mess with you, because you're irrelevant to me. And that's why my name is in your title, dummy. That's why you need me. Now, you're so emotional. You're going to
about?
ban me from a
You're not
channel
even
I don't
making
want to be on.
sense. And now I'm not going to allow you on the channel.
So you're delusional. I don't want to be on your channel. We have the document 2 weeks. Mum's the word. I didn't even mention it on serial killers. Mum's the word. Not interested. Irrelevant. Yet you are going to now not allow me on a channel that you said I don't care about, don't engage with. You obviously said, I don't have you. You don't have me. I don't mess with you. But you obviously going out of your way to mess with me, right? Somehow you are seeking the clout by putting my name in your title and crashing out when I state the obvious. Huh?
Just to show you how much I don't need you.
But my name in your
Because I don't want you coming over here and then be like, oh, we did that.
But
no, the hell y'all didn't. I did it
there,
myself.
You did what?
I built this myself.
What
It's
did
going to
you build?
continue to grow.
On
I ain't building
name?
myself. I actually have a team around me.
Which team?
So let me not
Which
say
team?
myself.
Which team? What's the team you got? What's the team you got? What's your team? No, your debate's got 7 viewers, bro. You put our name in the title, you get about 20 viewers at the time, maybe. You gotta do a 12-hour stream to get 600 views, bro. Like, you're pathetic. Yeah, you're literally pathetic. Look, the memes and whatnot, all because I was correct in my analysis and chose not to engage. You straw man by saying I debunked it. There is nothing to be debunked. If it's unfalsifiable, there's nothing to debunk. How can you debunk something unfalsifiable, dummy? And then a fairness test. Fairness is somewhere where they sell pigs, bro. Based on his own words, the video is clear. Based on what you just said, this is my position. Based on what he just said, we ran the analysis and everything that I said was correct. His position is unfalsifiable. There's nothing to debunk. There is nothing there to debate. What did it say? There is nothing there to debate. So why do you have my name in your videos, my likeness in your memes 2 weeks in a row? It's because you need me. Watch now how many
Shout out to
videos you're
Team
gonna make
Titans,
with
man.
my name in it. Watch how you're gonna be all up
And
on
you don't
me.
come up here and challenge Team Titans without looking at Team Titans' work. I'm not going to let it happen. Not on my watch. Let's get back to the presentation. These lames. Cedric, now I officially classified you as a lame. Shout out Gullah, though.
No, I'm
Gullah
lame.
actually.
I'm lame. No, bro. You're demonstrating that you're lame. And the silly attempt to put the pseudo killers against each other. No, Gullah doesn't be on the platform every day. He read that shit over and it's like nothing. They don't care. Does nobody care? Nobody cares, bro.
Looked it up. Gullah looked at the work. Then he came. Remember Gullah? I want to drop the link for Gullah.
Oh, you want to drop the link?
Because me and Gullah got into it after Cedric left.
But I bet you,
and I lightweight got in Gullah's chest. Not like,
didn't drop the link.
Oh no, gangster shit. But I'm like, Gullah, you ain't read it. How are you trying to tell me about it? Like, and I said it like 3 times. He tried to rebuttal. And then he realized, like, damn, I am lightweight tripping.
See, now what did I say? Based on everything you said, based on the words that you are saying, based on how you are describing quantum holism, this is my position. Based on what you said, I don't have to read the stuff. The man is describing his nonsense to me. The man is telling me his metaphysical assertion, he wants to debate it against methodological naturalism. Okay, which one of the rules you want to debate it against? Because the first one of the rules is no metaphysical assertion. So you want to debate your metaphysical assertion against a rule that says no metaphysical assertion, and you're going to use science, the framework, science, which falls under methodological naturalism, to demonstrate your metaphysical philosophy against science. Like you see how, like, that's incoherent. And you are insisting that I debate incoherency. You are insisting that I read the book that says dragons on the cover to know that it's mythological. You know how stupid you sound? How dumb and ignorant you sound, bro? Hyping up yourself as if you got some qualities. You ain't above it. And here
he went and at least read the abstract. And then came back and was like, it's not really saying nothing different than science is saying. Your own pseudo killers agreeing with it. I wish
right there, he's lying on Gullah. But this is the divide and conquer technique. Right? You try to divide and conquer. My own pseudo killer. Okay. And your point is? What's your point? Okay, now I need to engage with it. And when Gullah says he ain't saying nothing that science ain't saying, he's saying, man, you read it, you just, we already know this. You're not saying nothing new. That's the point. But again, you cook with slow gases, obviously.
Cedric would have done that. I wish all of y'all would have did that. That's all we was asking for. The book only 68 pages. Y'all is lazy. Y'all is lazy.
Bro, who the hell are you? Do you see how delusional and a nut you are? You need help. Who the hell are you to dictate to me what I need to engage in? Why? Because you're hoping that engagement takes place on your platform. Because you're hungry for some attention. You're a clout chasing little boy who thinks that by trying to do this, you're going to get engagement, bro. These pseudo killers, we got our own platform. If it's about content, I look at the content I'm creating here, I'm having a blast. I'm taking my time clowning you. Ain't producing nothing for you. What it's going to do is going to let everyone see the quality or the lack thereof that you actually have. We're watching you crash out now in real time because somehow me not engaging with you requires you putting my name in your titles, meaning you actually need my engagement. When I illustrate that you need my engagement and you can go about a better way of getting it, you crash out even more, now telling me I'm not allowed on a platform that I don't come on. Huh? I don't want to come on your platform, bro. You have my name in the title. I said, drop the link. You slap you around in real time. But no, you're a coward. You chicken. You got no spine. You're a little weasel. That's why you pick up your ball and ran away from Paradigm Shift. I don't want to play anymore. I can't debate. I sound stupid. I lose and now I'm angry. You're a copycat. You're full of fraud, bro. I See and don't see, because you're irrelevant to me, so I don't speak about you. And I don't do the talking about people things. You see what I got subjects, I got whole pedagogic rubric set up. I teach, I produce episode after episode building on things. I ain't out here looking for internet beef to have something to produce. I have actual content, bro. I got the rest of the year mapped out in what I want to produce. And this here is a side note, is a fly buzzing around. It's like I'm the big dog. And y'all are free fleas, and I scratch you off my balls with my mother effing paws. Snoop Dogg style. Leave me alone. I don't engage with you guys. You guys are just waste of time. You're dumb. You're infantile. You're stupid. Everything is about debate. I'm not interested. That's not what I do. I do set talks, bro. That's what I enjoy doing. Taking my time, taking hours doing research, producing slides, making sure they flow nice, doing my presentations and bringing some quality information. I ain't in this clout chasing, begging, attention seeking need to argue with every clown for everything. That's you. All your platform is good for us to talk about people. So tonight you get the clout in the back of your head that you're looking for from me. But you see now, after this, you're gonna be backing in the wind because I'm back to my regular scheduled program. Tomorrow's show's already lined up. I just gonna continue doing what I do, bro. But tonight we illustrate how much of a real damn jackass and a clown you are. Watch you crash out because you need me.
Easy. Y'all could have asked for the work and then actually put each chapter in AI, but y'all didn't even want to do that. Y'all tried to Google an AI overview because you assumed that
I didn't Google nothing. That's the worst part. I think that's what hurt the most. I responded to his rhetoric in real time. I didn't have to Google a damn thing. Nothing. You sat there and said, well, I got to accept Cedric's position. But then you realized the views wasn't coming after. And so you set out to get some attention, you dumb Negro. I am not the one, bro. I will clown you as the clown you are because I hear how stupid you guys actually sound. I refuse to engage because of the level of stupidity. It's just dumb. Like dumb to degrees beneath my standards. It's not even barbershop talk. It's just stupid, just dumb.
he was stealing somebody else's stuff and trying to perpetrate it as his, then he wasn't. Like
you see how often I have to stop the video to address the stupid comments? Bro, if it's panpsychism and idealism, you're not stealing anything. Those are philosophical concepts that exist. You're not stealing nothing, but you're not coming with anything new, dummy. Can you know the difference? Or maybe you're just a street nigga. That's all you can think about, stealing and robbing. That's the kind of stupidness. These are concepts that exist within philosophy. You know, idealism is just a philosophical concept. There are very few individuals that coin or develop a new philosophical concept. Chalmers has heart problem consciousness, and you have a couple others. But otherwise, in that, these are philosophical concepts that exist. And Chalmers' heart problem is vitalism repackaged. You see? And so he didn't steal anything. He used an old concept and came up with a new philosophical a hole to fill. But quantum onlyism doesn't even do that. As we read in the analysis, semantic closed loop, nothing more. A tautology. Do you have a clue what these philosophical concepts mean? Do you? Fairness test, you stupid idiot.
I would be embarrassed if I was y'all.
You
I'm
are
not falling for the flim flam.
embarrassing. You are embarrassing.
As Cedric Ortega would say.
That's a good name.
Look, fanboy, not falling for the flim flam, like Cedric Ortega would say. Just admit, bro, that you are a fan. You want my attention, and then I'll kindly decline because you're not the type of people I choose to engage with. Simply not. You're not my type of people, bro. What you represent is not my flow. I keep it cordial. But you now have done exactly what we expected you to do. And this is the reason why I don't engage. So now you're going to get tarred and feathered like the clown you are. This is the reason I don't play with boys that pick up their ball and go home when they get angry. I don't deal with dudes that have not one original idea. Copycat. I've never been a part of the he said, she said shit. My mother raised men. She said men don't get in that stuff. She would rather be upset that I'm even doing this. But hey, content, baby. So I can clone you for the content. But the one and only thing, since you want a clout, I can give you a clout Caribbean style in the back of your head. Slap you, stupid ass.
Well,
So now,
it is the grift though, because they grift is let's pretend to be care about STEM and education, and oh yeah, let's use the word Black African power and African this. But anytime somebody say something about African,
Why this man always sound drunk? Is it me? Is it me? Why this man sound drunk though? How is that any way part of the conversation? We are griff. We promote scientific literacy is a griff. We say Black African power, but because he Black, I must accept his made up philosophy, which he clearly indicates he made up. And I don't not accept it. I just choose not to engage. There's nothing there to debate. Why is that so hard? Because Cedric's not on your channel. You thought this was gonna get me over there. Like to do what, bro? Like I ain't got no time to waste with you guys. You guys are a set of clowns, bro. You're a full-fledged clown. All day, every day.
we totally against them niggas. Let's go.
Babylon.
yeah,
Running out the seat.
it's bad out here,
It's
man.
bad out here, boy. Look.
And I think he got a few shows where there's nobody up there checking him. He's just talking. He got the mute button.
Analysis of my shows.
Okay, A1. So this ain't gossip or slander. Let me speak from experience. I went over there. This was a few months ago, maybe a year ago. I don't know. But I went over there. They had the little science show. So I was on the little science show. I waited.
Let's hear his evidence.
You look at the galaxies, that light in the middle.
Incoherency. I ain't listening.
Assumption. Identifying critics who back up here.
Right.
Hell, you talking about? Let's keep on letting this rock.
You letting it rock.
They're spiraling. And the dope part is, at the time you was made, they get imprinted like a snowflake. That's why there can never be nobody else with your fingerprints. You your own individual. It's gonna never be another you.
It's so crazy.
Okay. Good dope.
Oh, listen, bro. A1 through with the presentation?
No, I was over here listening to y'all. Y'all was cooking. But let's get to the next slide. The evidence of assumption. Identifying critics who haven't read the text. Why do they get up to tried to hold a discussion about a text they haven't read. This shit is embarrassing.
So now, did I want to hold a discussion? You said no. It's been silent. I indicated why I don't want to have the discussion based on what the man himself said about his own work. Go back to the video. I keep saying, by your own definition, by the words coming out of your mouth, but what you just said, by what you just described. So you must be slow, retarded, or just an idiot, or all three. Multiple choice question. This one, there's no wrong answer. This is a 10-point giveaway, freebie. Because if I continually reference, bro, based on what you are saying, this is what the analysis is. No assumption, no evidence. He has a book that is justifying his claim. That is not evidence. That is more unfalsifiability. You understand, based on what he said, there is no need to engage. But if you had an ounce of true understanding, you would have not gone down this emotional road, this lying narrative creating nonsense and making a complete ass of yourself.
Embarrassing. I got embarrassed doing that one time early in my career, and I said I'll never let that happen again. I'll never go try to argue a scripture I ain't read that. Just don't get caught out there trying to be that guy. It's not worth it. Somebody's gonna take your head off out here, man.
Yeah, how?
Red flag 1, the Google substitute. Quoting dictionary definitions or
no Google was necessary, none used. Y'all heard me. I was responding to the man in real time based on what he said. There was no source shared, there was no screen shared. I responded to the man in real time based on what he was saying. So you're a damn liar on top of everything else. And this is why I don't engage with scum, because you're a liar. Because if you had any integrity whatsoever, an ounce of it, you would have realized that there was no Googling done, that I didn't have to read anything, that I was responding to what he was saying. And I drew a conclusion. I said, now that it is clear, I can sit and listen to you philosophize for days, bro, but there is nothing to debate. And what did the analysis of quantum only say? Let me just read it again, just because I'm that dude. I am that dude. Is it falsifiable? It is entirely unfalsifiable because the framework is constructed a priori, logical necessity rather than an empirical hypothesis. It cannot be tested, observed, or contradicted by any physical data. No experiment in a particle accelerator or laboratory could ever yield a result that violates the framework, because any result, whether structured or completely chaotic, would simply be absorbed back into the elastic definitions of constraints and update. By isolating itself from empirical vulnerability and relying on a transcendental argument, the "if you speak, you prove me right" challenge, it abdicates any claim to being a scientific theory. Conclusion: your evaluation is spot on. There is nothing here to debate. Sometimes it's not you, my audience, I'm patronizing by speaking so slow. It is sometimes necessary to speak slow when you're dealing with emotionally charged, mentally challenged individuals who have self-esteem issues. A dude who constantly needs to beat on his own chest that he's the man and he's the man and he's the man is obviously not the man. Let that be clear. The fact that you need to insist on doing that shows that you're not the man. So your evaluation is spot on. There is nothing here to debate. Because the framework is a non-falsifiable semantic closed loop that relies on linguistic tautologies rather than empirical data, it cannot be engaged with via scientific method or methodological naturalism. It functions as an elaborate word game, logically valid within its own arbitrary definitions, but entirely empty of empirical substance or real world utility. It is an airtight conceptual cage, and trying to debate it is a treadmill exercise in semantics. I did not articulate it so eloquently, but I did articulate that exact point. So you're lying.
Wikipedia summaries of words like quantum instead of citing the author's specific glossary. Day, and it was pissing me off. I caught him up on that. Quantum had to go run around a corner or something, and they was trying to Google stuff, and I'm like, wait, what are y'all Googling? Because I've Googled it before, and only two things come up, and they're both by him.
Right.
So where are you getting these AI overviews of his work, and like who's put the like hasn't been done yet? This stuff isn't online like that. They assumed it was a philosophy that he was like trying to appropriate or say was his, and I don't know.
This is indicative of your ignorance. Again, philosophical frameworks already exist. If you're using them, that doesn't say you're stealing anybody's work, but you're operating within a philosophical framework, idiot, dumb boy. This is how I speak to stupid niggas. The more I play this, the more upset I'm getting. I'm going to keep calm. Because, like, you sound so dumb. The fact that I have to address you is like completely waste of my good sense and good time. Pure nonsense, pure stupidity. And if y'all are still in the chat, please thumb up the show. Please thumb up the show. I did that just to break that momentum because I want to go off on this man, but I want to keep it academic. But this is pure and utter stupidity I'm dealing with. Which Wikipedia didn't need to Wikipedia nothing. You're cooking me. Savior pulled some Wikipedia stuff up and they were valid. I didn't engage in that though. So since you're cooking me, cook me. Which Wikipedia did you hear me pull up, bro? I addressed this man based on what he was saying. And I choose not to engage because it's unfalsifiable. First, you lying your ass off about I debunked. How you debunk something that is unfalsifiable? I think you heard me say unfalsifiable. You did not hear me say debunk. I did not attempt to debunk the man. I actually said, bro, I'll sit and listen to you now that I know it's your own philosophy that you made up. But there's nothing to debate.
Yeah, he made it up.
Made it up.
It was just a horrible display what they were doing. Red flag number 2, spending more time attacking the creator's background, tone, or community plan than dissecting the premises of the argument. They spent more time calling him a charlatan, a scammer.
Did y'all hear me call this man a charlatan and a scammer? Did y'all hear me say anything like that?
Nah.
He said, bro, it's your own philosophy. You made it up. I listen to it now. But I'm not
he playing the victim role.
Yeah, man, crying. This is ridiculous.
A bunch of other goofy stuff. I'm like, well, what
he's running out of claim.
A fake preacher. I'm like, he don't got a church. There's no way to send donations except to me. So I don't like what are y'all talking about? There's nobody to follow. There's no leader. It's a philosophy.
I never
It's
made
an
any of
idea.
those claims. I said it's a philosophy.
Like it's
This
not the
is not an
science temple.
ideology. I will
That's like to apply to Cedric directly.
Yeah, this is crazy. And how many pivot applied definitely to Asabio. Red flag number 3, the ghost demand, demanding proof for claims the text explicitly rejects. And that's what they kept doing. They kept saying, well, explain your
He said he's not even using the
the
definitions
metaphysical.
right.
You have this metaphysical part, but they're going off just the title.
Right.
And they being thrown because they don't understand how we use the word quantum in the title. So they thinking that it automatically has to associate with.
Now you know what? I'm gonna demonstrate something else. Let's ask ChatGPT something else. Not ChatGPT, Gemini, right? Based on what we're doing here. So now you see, he only got 132 views on this, so he ain't getting the momentum that he wanted. Let me share my screen because I'm gonna ask it another question. You want to know it? I'm having fun. Let's go. Oh no, I shared the wrong thing. Sorry. Shared the wrong thing. Boom. Here you go. See, only got 130 few views on this. Now, what can we say about using scientific definitions or terms in your philosophy, like quantum onlyism? Is this sound for the scientific terms? Let's examine that question. Y'all heard the question in real time. Then response to Anone's fallacious flame again. Let me see if I can play the volume this time. Doom, doom, doom. Let's see if we can play the volume. Yes. All right. Listen to the answer.
Borrowing terminology from physics and mathematics to construct a philosophical ontology is a common historical trend, but it often falters when it crosses the line from metaphor into literal truth claims. When a framework like quantum onlyism redefines established scientific terms to fit an a priori logical system, it introduces specific structural flaws that undermine its validity as a sound philosophical approach. 1. The fallacy of equivocation, the semantic switch. The most significant issue with this approach is the fallacy of equivocation, using a term in one sense in one part of an argument and in a different sense in another. In physics, quantum refers to the discrete, quantized packets of energy and the probabilistic mechanics governing subatomic particles. It is tied to specific mathematical equations, like the Schrödinger equation, and empirical verification. When a philosophical framework strips away the physical constraints of the term and redefines it to mean pure information, logical computation, or binary distinction, it is no longer talking about physics. However, by retaining the word quantum, the framework attempts to import the cultural prestige, authority, and empirical success of hard science to legitimize what is ultimately a speculative metaphysical claim. 2. Conflating the map with the territory. In science, equations and logical models are tools used to describe physical reality. The map is not the territory. Methodology demands that if the physical data contradicts the model must be discarded. Redefining scientific terms to build a closed logical loop flips this relationship. It takes the concepts used to describe reality and claims they are reality. By defining existence purely as intelligibility, sequence, and constraint, the philosophy shifts from looking at the actual universe to looking at the rules of syntax. It conflates epistemology, how we describe things using language and logic, with ontology, what actually exists independent of our descriptions. 3. Violation of explanatory power, the Occam's razor failure. A sound philosophical approach should clarify, not obscure. When established terms are radically redefined, it creates a barrier to genuine intellectual discourse. If time is redefined as an ordered update sequence and nature is redefined as structural constraint, the framework hasn't actually discovered anything new about the physical universe. It has simply applied a new coat of paint to old metaphysical ideas.
That's exactly
If the
what
goal is to
Gullah was
discuss
saying.
ontic structural realism, the idea that relations, not things, are fundamental, philosophers already have a precise, peer-reviewed vocabulary for that. If the goal is to discuss information ontology, the universe as computation, that field exists too. By creating a proprietary vocabulary out of hijacked scientific terms, the framework creates an insular system. It doesn't solve existing philosophical or scientific problems. It simply insulates itself from criticism by forcing anyone who wants to engage to learn its arbitrary definitions. Conclusion: is it sound? No, this is generally not considered a sound or rigorous philosophical approach. A sound philosophy aligned with a scientific worldview, such as methodological naturalism, respects the boundaries of empirical definitions. It uses scientific data to inform its conclusions rather than rewriting scientific vocabulary to fit a predetermined logical proof. When a system relies on changing the definitions of words so that its conclusions are true by default, it ceases to be an investigation into reality and becomes an exercise in linguistics. It creates an airtight conceptual cage that is logically consistent inside its own walls, but completely untethered from the actual physical universe.
I think that is quite clear in demonstrating how wrong ANONE is again. Yes, in other words, it sounds good. Exactly, it's there's nothing there. Now I'm gonna say this for the last time. Y'all leave me alone. I actually do this. And so when I hear your rhetoric, I can actually have the scientific literacy and the grounding to dismiss the nonsense offhand. Your made up nonsense doesn't require my engagement. Anon, your channel is not of an intellectual level that I choose to engage with it.
Trash.
You're pseudo, right? And your whole demeanor and behavior, your system is
Unacceptable.
beneath it's beneath how I operate, bro. This clown and childish nonsense that you think makes you look good is a waste of my intellectual time. I could have been producing something much more productive tonight. I took the time just to drive by and slap you up as necessary. Keep my name out your mouth. I'm not going to be on your channel. I'm not going to engage with your silly debates. No, you are nothing of no value and of no significance to me. Yet, I can see how much you need me by having my name in your title, by dedicating your platform consecutive shows to trying to bring my platform, the Pseudo Killers platform down, Set Talks, and my person. When I don't address you, you do not exist within my paradigm. Tonight, everybody knows Anon. Everybody knows your channel. Everybody knows how much of a clown and a clout seeking wannabe you are. You're a fraud from every aspect. Nothing you have created and produced is original. The fact that you insist on stating that over and over is because we can see the obvious copycat. Look at your title of your channel, copying Sarnetta. Your content is like what was on Paradigm Shift. You got a show named Morning Coffee Cup, imitating Chris, like you are a complete copycat.
And
You
then he
get
stole
some
the radio
views.
voice, He stole the radio voice. Yeah, now I'm coming to the stage. However he said, that's a radio voice from a white guy.
This morning,
Come on, man.
here on
Yeah.
Pseudo Killers, we be
Yeah.
doing we be doing this because I want to sound interesting, intelligent. So I speak like this. Man, listen, not an original bone in your body. Not one.
Coming to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, and man,
Yeah,
bro, I'm telling you
coming to
that
the
is a
stage.
white dude
Like,
radio
bro,
voice,
you
man. That's
trying
not
too
even
hard.
original.
Trying too hard. Nothing about this dude is original. Nothing. And
That's why
like
I call him
even
fake one, not a one,
even
fake
even
one.
like bro, we the pseudo killers. You're trying to get attention by attacking us. I'm gonna destroy you. The few times you engage with us, your views go up. There's a better and a more productive ways. Get out the way. You want us to come over there and beat up the pseudos? Oh, go ahead. I'll do that. But you see what the problem is? Deep down in your soul, deep down in your gut, you pseudo as hell. So every time the pseudos get beat up, you feel bad. And you think I'm the one to pick on. But bro, I'm the pseudo killer that don't really give a damn about your channel. I will say and talk the way I'm talking here. You see, I hit the button late at night by myself alone because I'm part of the pseudo killers. But when I go to war, I go to war by myself. I don't drag the team into the confusion. So this is a late night by myself. Nobody knew it was coming, nothing. Just popped up out of nowhere. Grab you by the throat because I'm boogeyman to these pseudos. Stop playing with me, little boy. You ain't on my level, nor will you ever be. You have been exposed tonight as a fraud, phony, and a fake. Your attempts to get me to engage in a pseudo philosophy to promote your channel has backfired. All it has done, it has angered me. It has made me now expose you for what you are, a clown, a wannabe, when I never was and never will be. You are forever going to be at the periphery trying to build something. You know why you can't build nothing? Because you're a spoiled little kid. When it doesn't go your way, you get upset. Nigga got
Yeah.
my name in your title. And when I said, bro, you need me. No, no, you're not allowed to come on a panel. Oh, bro,
Right.
I didn't
Hey,
want to
look, look,
come.
look. They did a whole show debating me, and I wasn't even there. Come on, man.
Bro, yeah, oh, come on, man.
Stop it.
This is clown
Stop.
behavior, bro. Clown behavior. Clown. Ain't no shout out to Titan Debate League. Don't waste y'all time. Debaters, find a better place where you're going to actually have to structure some debates with real content. Not these open-ended debates where titles themselves make no sense. You gotta wait 3 weeks to get a judgment.
Right. That
Like,
part.
come on, man.
Who waits
Let's
3 weeks to
be
get
real.
a judgment? I
Let's
want to know
be
right
real.
then and there, right now.
This
If I
man is
won
doing
or if I
promotion
lost.
for
Period.
this man do 12 shows trying to promote a debate. Each show got 7 people and the debate had 5.
Then they got to stay on 15 hours to get 300 views. Man, come on, bro.
Right? And the only way he gets some actual views is Juju over there, Unc over there. I pop up. You put my name in the title. So I understand. You're watching the algorithm thing. We just saw the whole our presentation got 134 views. He might get 20 more views now. It might go up by 20. Like somebody might be interested. Go check it out since you want the clout. This is how I do. This is how you come at me. There's gloves off from the beginning. Y'all had this meme circulating in the back. Y'all thought it was funny, huh? Y'all thought this was funny, huh? Y'all thought this was funny, huh? Look, goofy. Goofy. Go PK, fanboys. Yes. My cheerleaders. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
you are. My cheerleaders.
Oh,
That's what you
oh,
gotta do.
oh, astro projections.
Astro projection.
Hey,
You gotta you
we
gotta
got to
empty
receive a
it
hint to
out.
my. Hey, look,
You gotta
sir, we got to
empty
receive
it
a hint.
out in an astro projecting little freak
Astro
boy.
projections.
Don't mess with me, bro. Don't mess with me. I clown you. I got no problems clowning you. The thing is, that's not my cup of tea. That's not what I'm on the internet for, to be having people name in my mouth, especially individuals who have no significance, no relevance. I build a platform on
Hey, look,
content,
look, he
actual
said he
content.
got one debate, and then he lost that. He started crying, and he ran to me and said,
Ran. And
"Ran."
if you
He said,
see that
"Can you
debate,
help me form a
he came
league?"
up there as if he was high on something and just, I'm going to be up here in the Bible, the fairy tale,
Hey,
and
hey, Cedric, watch
Bible and
this.
fairy tale.
Hey, Cedric, watch this. Hey, my wife is right here, my witness. What did you tell me when you said when he wanted me to help him with his debate league? What did you tell me? He's gonna turn on you. Exactly. As soon as Chris Harris came over there, he turned on me. So, dude, you just stabbed 10, about at least 8 or 9 people in their back, and you ain't even been around here a good year.
Bro,
Come on, bro.
you.
People like us, we got catalogs, we got resumes. We've been doing this forever. I could stay online for 10 years and show you 10 years worth of shows. That's a fact.
I came up on here, part of the pseudo killers, contributing to the platform. I did my debate thing, right? I did that for 2 years. I had my fun. I created this space, right? And I'm slowly building my branch of the pseudo killers, helping the pseudo killers grow, and just doing what I do, promoting scientific literacy. I don't go out of my way to engage with these guys. I don't go out of my way to seek problems. If I jump on your panel, it's to support the panel, bro. And you trying to discredit me and trying to what? But you think that is gonna help you, bro? I'm gonna destroy your channel and make you disappear because you're a fraud. You want that's what you want because that's the outcome.
Yeah.
Because what is this? You've demonstrated how stupid, insignificant, and irrelevant you are. That's all
Quantum
you've
modernism.
demonstrated.
Quantum
I'm a,
modernism. I mean, you put that on
I,
your channel, bro? Are you
and
serious?
got it rocking, as if I mean, it's as if it's the best new
Like
thing.
it's a real science.
Like it's a real. This is the newest science,
Yeah.
bro. We gonna
It's
get the
deep.
Nobel
It's deep
Peace
over
Prize.
there.
We gonna get a big deal, man. We Netflix is coming. Netflix is coming. I could hear this idiot.
Right. And he told me I missed my opportunity. I could have made $100 with him. Man, I don't give a damn about your money, bro.
Make $100
Are you serious? A hundred
bro. This
bucks.
this dude.
Care
Oh
about that,
man,
man. You got to buy debaters?
yeah,
That's the only
yeah.
reason they over there with you? Come on, bro. They should be out over there because they
Begging.
want to be over there
Gotta
because they
buy
love
the
your
bait.
platform. You got to buy
Cause he's
debaters.
begging.
Stop it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know me. This is not what I do. This is not what I choose to engage with. But I clearly show the evidence why this was necessary. I'm not gonna have you mischaracterizing me, discrediting me, or the pseudo killers or what we do because I choose not to engage with your platform or with silly ideas that are produced by and on your platform. Right? That is my prerogative if I choose to engage or not to engage. I did not go out of my way to discredit Ali's position. Right? I did not do that. I just said there's nothing for me to debate. His position was incoherent. It made no sense. It is its own made up philosophy, as you just heard. It's a closed loop. So there's nothing there to debate. And that was all I said. All the straw
Watch
manning,
this.
all the ad homs, and all the rest of it is just pure lies, deceit from a dude that is clearly showing he has mental health issues. He's emotionally unstable. You're blocking
That's
me from a channel that I don't want to be on. All because I said, which is the truth, bro. You like you need me or something. You're like a fanboy. Because why is my name in the title consecutively? You did the first video, no response. I laughed it off. It funny as hell. You ain't saying you ain't discrediting me. You get no response, so you go out of your way to get some attention. That is effeminate behavior, bro. That's the kind of stuff that girls do. They get upset, they go online, they because you don't not giving them attention. You like demanding I give you attention, demanding I read. You at least have to read. Like, bro, that is weirdo behavior. You said your papa's a psychologist. I strongly suggest you spend some time on his couch. Get your manhood in check. Because this effeminate bitch behavior is beneath me for sure. I feel weird with all this man attention. I just feel weird. I'm old school. I'm not on here to be get a group of fanboys. That's not the objective. It's all about the information, bro. Deal with the information. Just get off my case. Or you like you need my attention. I should have did this and didn't do that. And unnecessary, bro. Like again, I said, you heard the video. I'm gonna keep reiterating that. Based on what you said, based on your own analysis of your own work, based on the things you saying, this is my conclusion. And I'm scientifically literate. I'm grounded philosophically. So I can see these things a mile away. The fact that you are too dumb, too slow, and think that I need to read the book with the dragon on it to know that it's mythology, that says more about your intellect than mine. So please, please, let it be the last time. Let it be the last time. You're taken away from the actual work that I do in the community. You're taken away from the actual ability to build and do positive things. Right? This is the last time I mention you, Anon Richardson. And you're right. I'm not coming on your channel. I don't need to be on your channel. There is nothing there for me. Again, I don't need you, don't mention you, will not mention you ever again. But I can guarantee my name is going to be in the titles of your videos. My likeness is going to be on your channel. You're going to have platform dedicated to talking about me. Unlike you, the link was in the chat several times. I know you're in the bushes, but you ain't got the cojones to hit it.
Yeah. We dare you to come up here. You lost one debate and you quit. You come crying to me.
Talking about you baby. All up in my inbox. I want to work with you guys.
Yeah, that's how you
do.
No
response. No reply. Remember, Anon? I did not respond. You know that I read it and I did not respond. These is all the things that are hurting your silly little feelings. But because you're a silly little boy that picks up his ball and runs to his own sandbox, is why I choose not to engage with you to begin with. And my analysis of your psychological state was correct. I think maybe I'm your daddy's son because you seem to be a psychologist by proxy. And my psychoanalysis of you seemed to be point on. Maybe I'm your big brother. Maybe your daddy's my daddy because you just you do psychology by proxy, right? Based on what you say. Even for your dad's work, you clout chase. You hang on everybody's coat for everything. You hang on everybody's coat for everything. So you know what? I'm good. I had fun. oh man. You asked for it, bro. I come at you. I didn't do nothing wrong. I just gave my honest critique and that was it. Anyway, man. This has been the Hit the Button Show. Let me get up on out of here. I'm done with this food. Hit the button show. Hit the button, yo. Thank everyone for
Chasing
for showing up and hanging out with me for so long. Y'all know this is not what I do.
Hit the button show.
Thank you, JJ, for stopping by. I'll check out the debate with Jabari and Reggie.
Just hit the
Make
button,
sure you're in
yo.
the building tomorrow for another set talk.
They know the killers putting on a show, though.
That's how it goes.
It about what you know,
And I don't show.
but where they go.
Pseudos running yo.
Pseudo killers in this bitch.
Hi, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your support. Like, share and subscribe to the Pseudo Killers and community of skeptics. Thank you.
All right. And let me leave y'all with this one. Tune in tomorrow for another set talk.
What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie.
Hit the like button on your way out.
Organized lie.
It's 2 o'clock. Damn.
Organized truth. Every time. For who we?
A pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. Pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling. Who do you believe in? People bringing misinformation when that information ain't disinformation, that's disinformation. Gotta know the difference in information, get information. With the pseudo killer army hunting pseudo, cause you gotta train your mind to fight against them pseudo judo. People with the scholarship salute, we give them kudos. But the people with that look of shit, we look and see straight through those like telescope. If you ain't speaking fast, we gotta tell them folks and let them know the truth of. You bringing malinformation to blast, then you the Ku Klux. Like say, don't talk me to death, bro, what the proof of? Good choo-choo chillin', why you wanna go way bad choo-choo up? Shalom boy got the tank in the cut. I'm in Sosa world plotting on the kick though with Kent. Come in Tiffany gave me the pseudo names on the list and said went and got the low. Anthony got him in the scope, Gullah and Gozy make sure DNA ain't a problem for them folks. Cause a pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. Pseudo gon' die, they saw a pseudo killer, I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey. I'm a pseudo killer, intellectual sunsling, hey.
We're not attacking individuals. We're attacking the information and attacking the methodology. This is a long time coming right here. Let them know that we right there, running neck and neck with all other communities. We will not be left behind.
Hi, thank you for joining us. We appreciate your support. Like, share and subscribe to the Pseudo Killers and community of skeptics. Thank you.